started.
Bang with an ad.
Just to double check, can I move my other character back to private for now?
Yes, you can. It's already in Foundry, so.
Okay.
Oh, we should probably post that we're live and stuff.
9.
I can has owl. I swear, RC, you just camp out and wait for the go live notification, which I'm totally here for, by the way.
A little late though.
No, because I just went live.
Well, nobody's playing Repo or Sea of Thieves, so RC has nothing else to do.
He watches people on the server. Also,
That's creepy.
He watches
is
plenty
way
of people on this server.
Kenku will be way better for, or Bardbot, I should say, will be way better for playing Pocket Bard, so you guys don't have to have a stream open. But it is a little, every once in a while it gets a little stuttery, so I'm going to just give that clarification now. It may happen.
That's to us, not the stream.
Everybody.
I forgive you.
Because the thing is if I have the audio
Yeah.
if I have the audio going through Discord, I hear it too. And so I actually have to turn it off. Like it's not its own audio layer in OBS now.
Can you not mute Bartbot on Discord? On your end?
I could, but then wait, I'm trying to remember. I remember testing this. No, in order for it to work properly, it has to go through it has to basically go through Kenku, and the only way the audio goes through Kenku is if it's playing out of that channel. So the only way that I can audibly hear it is if it's coming through Discord. Like it doesn't go through two channels at once. So.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's it. But thankfully, if I just balance the levels right, I can hear it fine. You guys can hear it fine, and it's in OBS. So. Might be a little loud in OBS. Let me go and turn that down just a skosh.
Let me go ahead and get into the Twitch chat as well.
Hello, RT.
I had
Hello,
hello, I
RC.
thought I was off.
Fox!
Oh, it's the twins.
What is she playing? She's playing something. Oh, no, she's not.
You're about to deal. What the does this? What?
She's nurturing us sick.
I
I don't
know.
think she's playing much.
Well, she was playing a game earlier because I saw her Discord status. But I just need her to tell us who's playing the owl and who's playing the burb.
Let's pull up
Really?
the session 0 thingy and we'll figure it out.
I mean, I'm pretty
I
sure
opened
it's going
Twitch
to
and I
wind up being...
instantly
Birdie,
go to a
bird.
different channel.
Okay, well, I'm going to shut this down. I'll make your tokens later since we're not using
Advent
this
should be
anyways.
played by anybody. Oh, that's useful.
That's
the limit.
helpful. That's great. So
Thanks,
glad we
cheers.
asked.
I think that's how they say that Neon has to play Othwin.
Yeah, which if that's the case, that's fine. Othwin is one of my favorites anyways, so.
Dang, that hurt.
I said
I would
one
be okay
of.
with not having verb.
So far, Othwin's the only
It
one
is
who,
April.
who hasn't been messing with people.
You
What
mean
have I
using the
done?
environment to their advantage?
The door is still one of my favorites.
Knocked out
anybody.
At this
the
point, I have
door.
to just be careful with any terrain that is in. Like, if you were at one of my in-person games, I would be so methodical about which pieces I'm putting on the table. I'd be like, wait, this boulder's just big enough. Basil could beat someone with this.
So what you're saying is putting Melon into your in-person campaign will reduce your monetary spending on it.
I wouldn't have to craft nearly as much terrain. If I did, it would make it either really, really big or so small it would be inconsequential. I actually just finished sanitizing some sticks so that I could make some like logs and stuff. I went out
Nice.
I found a trick that people use for basically sanitizing like sticks and pieces of wood that you find outside, and you boil it for a little while, and then you take the boiled wood and you put it in an oven on like 350, 375, and I had it for like 20 minutes. But I actually did it twice because the first time I did it, I was boiling the wood and bugs started to crawl out of the wood because they were like, oh no, we're dying. And so they were crawling up to the end of the wood. And then I turned it over and they all got burned and drowned.
Ew.
Yeah, it was gross. I was not liking that in my kitchen, but they're all dead, so it's okay.
You got any
Lovely.
sanitized death sticks?
Do I have any sanitized sticks?
I said, do you have any sanitized death sticks?
I don't want to sell you sanitized death sticks. I want to go home and rethink my life. Yeah, no, I figured out how
So
to
funny,
clean them, and so now I can use them and make little like logs and stuff.
You mentioned that line, and I'm just like, I've been rewatching the entire Clone Wars again. This
Nice.
is fine.
Nice. Okay. I
Yeah.
think is everybody got what
Episode
they
3's
need?
coming out in theaters. I'm gonna go watch that shit.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
You're good to start. I'm just dropping the
Oh, okay.
Twitch link into a friend Discord.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I have been doing that too.
Don't get
Sweet.
banned.
Would never.
Alrighty then.
Mostly because it's the Discord that I operate. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Hopefully audio levels sound okay. We're testing out a new bot feature, but it's pretty dope. If the music is too quiet, chat, please say something. As I have to adjust basically a Discord quote-unquote member to increase the volume. So I just want to make sure that it sounds good. I also want to make sure it's not too loud. All right.
Okay.
Where is
then.
it? Where is it? Give me a minute.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
In that case,
You'll know what I mean.
Ty, I'll just take over for tonight.
Okay.
Easy peasy. I'll just put her character sheet right there.
Alternative to revealing face cams. If any of y'all seen this,
Oh yes, the potato filter.
just
I
all of
love
us
the
be
potato
potatoes.
filter.
Wait, hang on.
I love the potato.
That is a legitimate idea. I'm not just memeing. I think that's doable.
At least I'd see
Um,
eye contact. I'll take it. Contact.
I just
contact,
need to
contact.
hook up. I would just need to hook up a webcam. Is the problem?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start experimenting with this right now. I think it's just funny.
Oh, geez.
Even if I never use my camera, I'll scare my parents with it.
That'd be hilarious. Okay, so picking up where we left off, I'm gonna do a little bit more of a recap since Shadow has been unable to make it for a couple of sessions. So I know that obviously Shadow was here when the dogs were introduced, hence the pet dogs. But you guys had finally found your way to your original target when you left Cassivus's den. You made your way through the catacombs. You ended up had a couple of roadblocks, but you made your way through the basement of this abandoned manor on the northwestern shores, the southern shore of the northwestern portion of the city of Darun, on the edge of where most of the affluent houses are located in the city. You're not exactly sure where because you came up inside the home, but you know generally whereabouts you are. You were able to very stealthily sneak your way into the manor and subdued multiple guards. Well, they were mostly drunk and sleeping, but guards nonetheless. Took them out with relative ease, gave one the strangest death I think any character I've ever seen have in the outhouse, bathroom.
They were alive when I left them.
Yeah, well,
There was just a crash, bang, boom, and then there was nothing.
crash, bang, boom with his pants around his ankles in a toilet after having a rough go of it anyways. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Hibbity.
Made your way through several of the rooms, finding your way to what was perceived to be the center part of the home with a large staircase. You guys explored, did a little bit of sleuthing through some of the doorways, kind of peeking through keyholes and cracking doors open and such. Finally making your way towards the sound of some sort of conversation that could be heard on the other side of a door. When your party crammed into a very small little, almost like closet space that had a door on the opposite side, where Alexander leaned up against the door along with Talina next to him and the rest of the group kind of waiting, where a conversation was partially observed as well as heard. And you heard a conversation that took place between the same large half-orc that you guys had run from in the city of Darun a day and a half prior. And as well, you could kind of tell there was some various Lowhood members of varying rank in the room with this individual. And it was determined that that even though the Lowhoods had succeeded in retrieving the plans again, this individual who you did not catch the name of of seemingly some sort of hierarchical rank over these, supposedly maybe they're even their leader, was less than pleased as he had to step in and contract the, as he said, the twins to retrieve the plans and bring it back to him. After another conversation and argument amongst the group, he instructed them that all they needed to do was keep the plans safe until the next morning when, quote unquote, the courier would come and collect them and then take them to an individual. He did mention that he did say a name. I will repeat it since it happened kind of quickly last time, but he did mention in quick passing the name Nelroth was the individual that he said the courier would take them to Nelroth. That was basically it. After that, he got up, walked across the room. You saw him exit through a far door and was gone. Then there was another brief conversation, and an individual passed by that was recognized as well as in the conversation, as recognized as the surviving member of the attack that happened, or the fight that happened in the boathouse. The second combat encounter you guys had, the surviving member, the one guy who got away, you see him walk through the room and into the room next to you. After the group kind of discusses for a bit, you basically decide to just barge through the door like Miley Cyrus with a wrecking ball, and into the room you all went and immediately started attacking these guys. Basil literally table flipping a huge, like, I think it's like a 30-foot long table or 20-foot long table or something like that, flipped it up on its side, pinning two of the guys on the ground, and then turning it again and pinning them again, still pinned underneath this table that him and Grigor are now standing on. 25-foot table, thank you. With the help of the rest of your party, you were able to take out 3 more of the Lowhoods in the adjacent room, one of which was that surviving member. He is just gone at this point. And Talina deduced that the large half-orc had disappeared, had left the building. In a little sunroom off the room that you were in, determined that the half-orc had exited through a side door, exiting the building and actually disappearing off into the misty evening. After the fight had kind of started to subside a bit, 2 doors opened, and the door behind the door behind Daxori, leading back into the main room, and the door off of the sitting room leading towards what you're not sure yet, swing open, revealing several more very upset Lowhood gang members who have basically just found all of you after the loud cacophony of noise that you all have caused during the middle of this fight. And it is here we're going to pick back up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. I believe, yeah, we do still have initiative order, which is fantastic. So we're going to be at the top of the initiative order round. Daxori, you are actually top of the initiative. You rolled really stinking well with a 22 initiative on the last go.
Thanks for that.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it there,
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah, so you're going to be going
you're
first.
welcome.
To clarify for everyone involved, Daxori, you are actually kind of the closest. You do have dark vision, and you know the Lowhoods do not, and there are 3 of them that have just basically shown up behind you. You know at least one. You can hear them. You can see at least one on the other side of Scorch, who is happily waiting for you at the door. But you can hear that there are several more around him.
No, the door is not open. It's closed.
The door is open.
Oh, it's open. It
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Yeah, the door is open. You can I can click on you and see your vision. You can see Scorch. You can see one Lowhood, and basically from where you're standing, you can kind of see the outline and like the bits and pieces of somebody here and somebody here. I'll give you that without having to like roll for it or anything like that. But yes, you are up. Scorch is actually up after you, and then Grigor, you're the next player on deck. Now, before we dive straight into combat, is there any questions since we're kind of just diving right in here?
Basil just can't see, but we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah, Basil, you're in candlelight. Well, actually, oh wait, I just
No,
realized,
that's what
hold
I mean.
on.
Is
I just realized
just
something
dark
that I
here.
didn't fix last time. You knocked over the table, which snuffed out all the candles, because the candles were all on the table. So I'll say this: one of them would be still lit over here on the floor, and this one would be over here. outside of that, you knocked over a table that had all the lights on it. So I actually didn't realize I didn't catch that last time. So you got lucky last game. All right, now we're
That's
good.
fine. All that Basilos cared about the last session was the guy under the table.
Well, guys, there's 2 of them. Well, now there's one. That's right. Now
Yes.
there's one. You killed one of them, but now the other. Yeah, that's right. Somebody, I think Grigor stabbed him.
There's one that's very, very close to not being a problem anymore.
So yeah, if does no one have any questions, Daxor, you're up. With Grigor, you're gonna be the next player on deck after Scorch. And for clarity's sake, you guys were moving very quiet through the building, and once the combat ensued, it has been very loud. Clangs, bashes, blah, all sorts of stuff been echoing through the building.
25 feet of wood hitting the floor.
Well, there's, yeah, at least twice, actually, because it went over once and then again.
Okay. Dax is going to. So, Scorch is able to see here, right?
Scorch can see, yeah. I don't
Scorch
know why,
can
but we're going to
see.
say Scorch can see. Actually,
dogs
wait, do
can see in the
Mastiffs have
dark.
dark vision? Mastiffs don't technically have dark vision, but they see in
I would
black
say
and
low
white.
light.
It's low light, so yeah, he can see.
Well, and he would be able to make her out anyways because of the fiery
Yes, because you're
tips
glowing.
coming
Yeah,
from her hair.
actually, I can even do that. Hold on, I forgot I can do that.
Yeah, so technically, the Lowhood would see me too. The Lowhood would just see this
Yeah.
glowing individual just standing in the doorway.
Yep, you would basically be kind of like that. And we're going to change the light animation to... All right. Yeah, you're good to go whenever, by the way.
Oh, what? I thought you were changing something.
I am, but you can still do stuff.
Oh, okay. So Dax is going to.
I wish I
Dax
could
is
say.
gonna go ahead, and she's gonna. I assume she's looking in the room.
You can have... I mean, you can have her look whatever direction you want, because I don't remember what she was doing exactly, so you can have her look at it any direction you'd like.
Okay, so she's gonna have been looking in the room, and upon hearing the sound of people behind her, she's gonna turn, and immediately as she sees the Lowhood,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna reach for one of her daggers and throw it at him.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and target what would be this one. This is the one you'd see. And you don't need to worry about hitting Scorch. He's obviously a dog. He's not full height, so you can throw it right over the top of him. And go ahead and roll your dagger attack on him, please. It's been so long,
Need
we're
my
going to have to all relearn how to
Physical
play.
dice.
Oh, you're going to roll physical dice, you said?
That's the only time I ever have any luck.
All good.
We'll see if the dice want to be nice to me.
All good. So, yeah, so you're going to be rolling...
We'll see if the dice are nice. No, they're not.
No, you hit. You hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a 9 plus 5, so it's 14. Yeah, so you hit. So go ahead and roll the damage on that. Okay. So you hear the door open, you whip around, you see one standing right there above Scorch. Scorch looking with a cocked head and his tongue hanging out of his mouth, and you just let that dagger loose, and it lands right in his upper left shoulder, like every roleplay character ever, and takes 4 points of damage. Oops.
No way, he
And-
took it to the shoulder.
After she does that, she's gonna look at Scorch and then look back up the guy, trying to like communicate. Get him! Get him!
Get him! Get him! All right. Are you
You
just
know.
yelling? Are you just yelling? Get him!
No. She hasn't trained these dogs yet, so she doesn't know what they can do.
Uh-huh. Okay, so how are you instructing Scorch to attack someone who could be perceived as its previous owner?
That is a very good question. she's just gonna shout at, not shout like in an aggressive way, but like to get his attention. And she's gonna she's gonna try yelling attack and see what happens.
Okay.
And she's gonna kind of nod her head towards the guy.
Okay, so you kind of indicate in his direction and you'll attack. I need you to really quickly just roll me. I guess we'll just roll me an animal handling check. I know it's not technically that, but we'll just use that as this.
It could definitely
Going
be
back
animal
my-
handling.
Yeah, I
It
would.
is a
argue-
simple-
Handle an animal.
Yeah,
It is a simple
back my
command to give to
today.
an animal.
It is.
I would argue
is.
for it.
But technically, this animal, while has been named, is not technically Daxori's yet. So it'll be curious to see how this pans out.
So I'm gonna roll physical dice,
Okay.
and I rolled a. If the dice could not fly across my desk, that would be great. I got a 16.
You got a 16. Okay, all right. We'll see what happens. Well, thankfully, are you done with your turn? Is that it?
Oh yeah, I'm done with my turn
Okay,
after that.
go ahead and hit the end turn button in the initiative turn there, because I can
Oh,
I
yeah.
can progress it, but I prefer you guys do it. Okay, so Scorch is up. Scorch sees this, watches the dagger hit the guy, looks back at you and starts whimpering, and then you say attack, and it looks at you. He looks at you, looks back at the guy, looks at you, and you're like, come on, and he looks at you, looks back, and goes, and jumps on this guy. He doesn't bite him, he just jumps on him, and so he's gonna roll a oh my gosh, words, mouth, memory time, grapple. He's gonna basically tackle him, which I believe is just a contested strength check. So he is gonna roll.
Would it be a surprise though too, because the guy wouldn't have expected one of their dogs to turn on him?
If you hadn't yelled attack after like looking at the dog, I would say yes.
Okay.
But because he watched this and he's like confused, like, what do you mean? He's my dog. Like, what do you mean?
Okay.
Oh, dogs athletics versus oh, thank you. Okay, so I don't have athletics on him, so that is.
If he's not proficient in athletics, it's just strength.
Yeah, so it's strength from the doggo, and then it will be.
And acrobatics is dex based if they have neither.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, the dog goes to lunge on him, and the Lowhood actually grabs him, like, "What are you doing?" and pushes the dog back, and the dog is just, and then turns around and looks at you like, "Did I do good?" And yeah.
Dax is going to encourage him and tell Scorch that he did a good job.
And he gives a bark and looks at you and then looks back, and at this point he thinks everybody's a friend. He's just a happy-go-lucky dog right now. As of right now, he doesn't understand what's going on. Grigor, you are up. Alexander, you're up next on deck.
Grigor's going to be continuing his interrogation,
Okay.
but this time with a new question.
Okay.
He's going to ask the Lowhood if where they keep the prisoner's gear.
Where did you say? Where do you keep the prisoner's gear?
Yeah.
What gear? Who are you talking? Are you talking about that whelp down in the basement?
Yes.
I don't bloody know. Somewhere upstairs. Get off! And he's like trying to push the table off, and he's just struggling. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to move off the table.
Okay.
Toward the wounded dog.
Towards the wounded dog? Okay. So go ahead and move your guy where you want to go. And remember, that dog you did watch, it did attempt to bite Talina. I'm trying to remember what injured this guy. It's been so long since we played. I forget what injured him, but...
The one under the table?
No, the injured doggo, this one.
Oh, I'm pretty sure somebody had to smack him in defense.
Maybe it was, yeah. I think it was, wasn't it, Tyra, wasn't it Talina that, like, you, like, shoved him or kicked him or something?
I did say so, but I was muted. Yes, I think it was me.
Okay, gotcha.
Then it would have been just the 1 plus strength for the damage.
He has 1 point of damage, so I was just
I was gonna
trying to remember how
say,
it
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, that was vicious mockery. I just scrolled up.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's
I
right. You
mocked the
vicious
dog.
mockery to dog. I forgot.
Why did you vicious mockery a
It wasn't
puppy?
all that successful, so the dog was more pissed off than anything else. But yeah, okay, so you move towards the dog. Are you gonna do anything else?
Nope.
Okay, go ahead and end your turn. Alexander, you're gonna be up. And the remaining sergeant under the table who's still alive is going to be up next. And then Talina, your next player up. All right, Jesse, what is Alexander doing?
Are there 2 guys on the table? The only 2 hostiles left in this room.
In this room, but you heard the 2 doors open, and you heard shouting coming from the sitting room over here and from the room you entered from this way.
Also, one of the guys under the table is in fact not moving.
Yeah, there's blood. You stabbed this guy. He's dead. Actually, I think you stabbed him in the head too. If I recall.
I think that
correctly.
was Monhold.
That's brutal.
I think that was Grigor that did that.
You both stabbed him, but if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure you finished him off. I could be wrong.
Last I checked, I was just using the table.
That's right. I forgot the burb tried to bite the dog back. I forgot about that.
What?
Yeah,
That was the other dog.
This dog here tried to bite Othwin and actually failed, and then Othwin tried to bite the dog back, and then also
Othwin used
failed.
peck.
Fire would never try and bite anyone.
Fire used bite. Othwin used peck. Neither
Yeah.
were very effective.
love it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay, so you enter the sitting room, and yeah, you see the 3 dead bodies from, I believe, wasn't it you that cast Shatter in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what woke the neighbors.
I exploded them.
Yeah, you exploded all 3 of these guys, and the room over here, everything is just thrown in all directions, and the coffee table's just been pulverized. But you can see that there's a door on the far side of the room, and you see a line of 3 Lowhoods over there that are entering. Actually, I need to roll for these guys.
Of 3.
Yeah, you can at least see. Yeah, you'd be able to see the 3rd guy behind the second guy. It's kind of a weird
Okay,
angle.
let's see. I moved 1, 2, 3. Wait. Okay. Where did I just move? I moved 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I have 10 movement left.
I found a button that saves me so much time.
There's a Mat 1 in there.
Well, somebody rolled
Oh,
crap on the initiative order.
mass roll initiative. Always.
Yeah, it just roll all NPCs. It's great.
Oh, hey, suddenly there's a lot more people between me and Alexander.
Yeah, and technically a Lowhood should have gone between Scorch and Grigor, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, ironically, it's the one that got... Oh, wait, no, it's not. Never mind. I'm just going to update his initiative and move him lower. We'll put him...
Go up there. I see a guy. I do attack. It's 10.
All right, so this guy, you... Yeah, so, okay, so you did Fireball. Okay, so yeah, so you cast Fireball on this guy, and he's kind of prepared for it as the door opens. He goes, "Wow," and he kind of dodges, and it hits the wall behind him.
And then I'm going to step a step behind the wall here into a
Okay.
bit of cover.
Sounds good.
And that is my turn.
Okay, that's your turn. All right, go ahead and end that. Now, okay, so we're actually going to have some Lowhoods go before, because I forgot to roll for them. So the first one is actually the one that just dodged the Firebolt. So he's just going to be darting into the room. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he is going to, let's see, who can he see? I hate that the vision for DMs doesn't work correctly. Unfortunately, Othwin's the first one he can see. See ya, RT. So he's going to be, unfortunately, he's going to be, actually, no, I back up. He's going to go 4 and then 5. Yeah, 4, 5. There we go. He's just going to come up and he's going to, all right, he is going to sliggity slash with his cutlass. And wow, biffs that, swings, and it goes right over the top of the burb, and he whoops. And that's his movement and his attack. So that's his turn. Next one is actually the one right. Wow, these guys rolled like literally sequentially. So next one's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's actually gonna target Alexander. Oh, that one actually does hit. Is that a crit? No, it's a 19. Okay, so it's not a crit, but it is a 19. So it's going to hit you, and it's going to do
Wait, how much did they roll?
What?
Rolled a 19.
Yeah, he rolled a 19, not a crit.
Uh,
And he's going to do 6 points of slashing damage to Alexander as he rushes in with his cutlass. That's going to be his turn. His movement, his attack. Next one
Owie.
up is going to be... Okay, this is going to be interesting. He is going to... He's going to move around Scorch. Scorch doesn't impede his movement because he thinks this guy's a buddy. So he's going to move into the room, and he's going to attack Dax with his cutlass. And that one does hit. Oh, he's also going to do 6 points of damage to Daxori. And that's going to be his turn. Now, all right, so now we're up to the captain, or excuse me, the sergeant, who is all he can do is try to get the table off of him, which means all he's going to be able to do is make a strength saving throw.
Is that going to be against Basil?
It was,
or just in general?
There was a number,
because Basil's still holding it down.
Yeah, it was a number I had established he had to beat, and now I forget what it was. I got to scroll all the way back up here. Oh, what was it when you flipped the table? There was a number. Boy, he was rolling some crap on those rolls too. Where was it?
The dice wanted the story to happen this way, and they allowed it.
His last 2 strength saving throws were a 9. Oh, that's right. I was having him roll at disadvantage, which doesn't matter. He just rolled like crap anyways. But shoot, what was that number I had established last time? I really need to like remember these things.
It has also been 2 weeks.
Actually, it's been more than
that.
Yeah, it's been a month because we skipped the last session.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Well, you rolled a 21 when you flipped the table. I forget what it was. We're gonna do this. I'm just gonna assign a new DC to make my life easier. But he obviously didn't make it because he rolled an 8. So he just, you see him and he's like tries to push, and you just look at him and just kind of lean on your left foot, and it comes back down on top of him. All right, that's going to be him. And next up, we're on, man, so many of these guys. This is actually kind of fortuitous that they all go together, but it's also really bad because if you guys kill them all at the same time, they can't do anything. He is also, so this is the guy
kind of the point.
Yeah, he got stabbed. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to shimmy in. Wait, why didn't that... Really, Foundry? Really? That's again. All right, well, both of them would have hit. Wow, that's really freaking good. Okay. And then... Holding.
Ow!
Oof. All right, so that guy rushes in, does the same thing. Also, by the way, the reason I'm kind of not really describing any of this is I'm trying out a new thing. So all of these guys go in quick succession. So basically, as soon as they start going, after Alexander is gone and he casts that firebolt, realizes it doesn't work, and backs off, all of these guys rush in as one big gigantic herd essentially, and they just start pouring into the room and start just blades going everywhere, trying to hit everybody in sight. Also in the darkness, the only way they're able to see any of you is by silhouette, and the fact that Daxori is glowing, they obviously can see her. But Othwin, the guy couldn't see her. He went around the top of her. Alexander has a silhouette coming off of him from this candle in the other room. But it's very dark. They're just swinging wildly, trying to hit whatever they can. And now, Talina, it is going to be your turn.
Yep.
And then the 2 of the doggos are going to go. And Othwin is actually going to be... I'll be taking over Othwin, so she'll go as the next player.
So, doggo in doorway. That one. Is it still looking at me, or is it definitely now interested in a different direction?
It when you went around it and went through the door, it was like growling at you, but it backed off after your vicious mockery, so it's kind of licking its wounds, and you're not sure if it's going to charge you or if it's going to pick a new target.
Let's see. Is there a window in the door? Because the rest of the walls are
A window in this
see-through, I
door?
was just wondering. Yeah.
I mean, I'd say there's probably like a little horizontal singular panel window. Yeah, and you'd be able to. I mean, it's grass outside the house, and then maybe 10 or so feet beyond that is a tree line.
Okay, so I can't see any movement at all.
No, you can basically, this right here is a tree line, and it just you can basically see it kind of follows this sort of shape.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to should target myself for this. I'm going to Blade Ward.
Ooh. There you go.
It gives me resistance against things.
Nice. You like resistance against things.
Yes. Then that gives me a reaction or a bonus action, but I don't think I have anything that I want a bonus action for. Nope. Yeah, and I'm gonna step towards the ruckus that I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, it's as you basically kind of lean into the room, it's more chaos has ensued.
Actually, I'm gonna step. I just ended my turn, but I meant to step one more.
Oh, hold on, I got
over.
you. Let me back up. Hang on. There you go. Go ahead and finish. Right in the doorway?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're done with your turn?
Apparently, if you end turn halfway through the movement, it stops the movement.
Yes, it does. Okay, so you're done there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so now it's going to be the doggo's turn that actually is right next to you. And it's basically, it's hunched up. It's growling. It's been barking occasionally. When Alexander came around the door, it started barking at him. And actually, I think right now he'd be more concerned with Alexander because he was there first. So he's actually going to try to... he's going to try to... bite, and it succeeds. Okay, so from Alexander, as you come around the corner and kind of stick your back to the wall, the dog latches onto your leg and starts biting you, and it's gonna do 5 points of piercing damage on you. And then now what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna need to make a DC 11 strength saving throw. So go ahead and click that saving throw there in the chat box. Oh, you can see that, right?
Yeah, we can see the strength saving throw.
Okay,
button.
good. Yeah, Jesse, go ahead and you'll make that saving throw. And if you fail it, he's if I recall correctly, he grapples you. No, he knocks you prone. Yeah. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Jesse, hello, sir. Alexander.
I'm gonna start pinging. If you're doing anything,
Nope, he just DC'd.
Oh, uh-oh.
Man down.
Man down. Okay.
technical difficulties.
I don't want to roll for him because that kind of defeats the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is he gone, or is it just an internet hiccup?
Let's
That
see.
is a good question.
Yeah.
He's offline right now.
He may be restarting
Uh-oh.
Discord. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
It could have been a PC issue, or it could be an internet
he also,
issue.
he
I'm
also
waiting
dropped
to.
from Foundry, apparently. Yeah, I just noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right.
He does have his phone, so obviously I'm sure if he can't get back, he'll let us know.
Yeah. Mobile device is active.
Yeah. He
That's
is?
just typing in the campaign party chat.
Okay.
Windows Update.
Oh,
You
are you
hate to see
kidding
it.
me? In the what's the hold on. Let's, there we go. Perfect.
For those in
Yes.
Twitch chat that can't see our Discord, Neon just put a GIF
It's
of a.
yeah. It's from what's the Steve Carell movie? Is it Space?
It's not a movie. It's
It's a TV show,
it's
right?
Space Force.
Space Force, yeah. Where when they have the
It's-
Microsoft update and what's his
Yeah.
name? Fuck Microsoft.
Yeah, I know exactly.
With,
I
Jimmy
know
Yang.
exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
With... All right. Well, so in that case, we know he'll be back. It just takes a second. Unless
Oh
it's
my
the
gosh,
Can you imagine
Ty.
if it was the Windows 11 update? It's like, well, you're gone for the next 48 hours.
Yep.
Ty, that GIF just sent me back in time. Oh my god, no.
What are you doing in my
No.
laboratory? You know what's funny is I actually went to college with a girl named Dee Dee, and I was at one day in class. I made that joke. I went, Dee Dee, what are you doing in my laboratory? And she laughed. Nobody else in the room got it. Not one person in the. Not one person
work-
besides. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Uncultured.
I work with someone named Dee Dee.
Youngins who didn't know what Dexter's laboratory was. It wasn't uncultured.
I-
Well, I guess it is uncultured, but
Yeah, now I work with someone named Dee Dee. So I've made that joke a few times.
yeah, like you have to. Oh, Jesse's back. We are waiting
I'm
on you,
good.
sir. You need to make a DC 11 strength saving throw once you're back in Foundry.
Oh, damn.
Yep, that's why
Yeah,
we're
but-
waiting. That's also how we found out you weren't here, because I was like, I need you to make a strength save. Crickets. Crickets. Like, Jesse, and then you dropped from Foundry, and I was like, oh. Well, okay, he's gone. What timing?
Yeah.
Here's a reminder to everybody in chat. Make sure to do your updates on time.
Or push them off and just like don't tell them to reschedule.
Just-
like the thing where,
You disconnect your Windows from the main network because Windows 10 is shutting down anyway.
yeah. I'm gonna get Windows 11 on this machine, but I don't know if my other machine's gonna be able to run it.
I already have.
I want to
Windows
get
11.
Linux, but it'll collide very badly with my profession.
I will say this. I have Windows 11
It
on
will
my-
collide very badly with just about everything you have.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good roll.
snap. That's
Got
a
a
nat
0.
1. Okay. Nat 1 -1. Oh, snap. Okay. So you are now prone because that's why. It's basically the dog bit you, did 5 points of damage, and then you went prone. So you are, oops. Status prone. Okay, so you are now prone. And with the nat 1, he is now on top of you. So
Oh?
Wait, who?
the dog, this dog right here, this mastiff. So the dog bit
Okay.
you, has clamped on your leg, and from that you fell to the
Ow.
floor, and then it jumped on top of you. It's not gonna, it can't attack you again because it's already had its turn, but you are now pinned under the dog and you are prone. And I'm not gonna say grappled or restrained because I guess grappled technically. Yeah, I guess that would count. Yeah, we'll say
Since
that.
I wasn't here, what caused the dog to attack me?
It was his turn, and you were standing next to him. Because this isn't one of the friendly dogs. This was the other dog that already attacked Talina. This is the other
Yeah,
dog.
I wasn't really paying attention as to which dogs are friendly. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
there's
as
too
of
many
right
dogs.
now, the only one that's
Kill 'em all.
unfriendly that you're aware. This one's more confused than unfriendly. This one's unfriendly. This one's legitimately like not having it. Where isn't there a grappled thing? Hold on, where is it? There it is. Okay, there. Hey, I found it. Okay, cool. You are now grappled. What the?
What the?
What the? Somebody
I did not
messed up
consent to
on
that
the
kind of
auto
grapple.
animations. Okay, well, that's weird. Okay, you're grappled. I don't know what that is, but okay. Now it's the other dog.
Way to make it weird, dog.
All right, so now it's the other doggo's turn. This one is also confused, and seeing his quote-unquote buddies run in and start attacking you guys, he starts barking. We're gonna do this. We're gonna roll a. Oh, you're less than helpful. A 10. Middle. Really, a 10? You couldn't lean one way or the other, Dice? Jeez.
Technically, that's below average because of the +1.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he rolled a 9. Okay. Well, he is going to move over here, and he is going to... Actually, no, I think he's going to try to bite Othwin again. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because that's what happened last time. And now that he sees everything's going on, he's gonna take a nip at Othwin. Kind of as a retaliation for the bird trying to attack him. Oh, snap. Okay. Fox. Rude.
Yeah, can Dax try and convince this dog not to?
I'll say this based on so it is gonna bite her, and it is gonna do 3 points of damage because it bit her. Othwin is then gonna have to make a strength saving throw. What you can do...
I would like to
okay.
I would like to point out a fact that may have been missed. The door swings up and apparently is supposed to be between Athwin and the dog.
I thought the door was gone. I thought there was a reason why the door was gone.
No,
that was the other door. That was right. That was this door. Okay. Yep. We're gonna back up. We're backing up. No bite. Thank you. I forgot about that. I forgot about the door. See, this is important things. These are good. This is good information to have.
I mean, Basil could barely see the door.
All good.
Like, under the dog kind of thing.
Yep. Okay. That's right. The dog cannot see Othwin. Because Othwin backed up there. I remember this now. Okay, so in that case, Doggo is going to move here. And you said... Okay, so, Dax, you said you wanted to try to convince the Doggo of something?
To not bite Othwin?
Let's see. This would be all be happening in the same time frame as you throwing the knife and getting attacked. I'd say your back is turned because you've been engaging with these two. Unfortunately, this is in the same frame, so you don't notice that Fire. I think you said Fire, right?
Yeah.
You don't notice that your newfound friend called Fire has run towards Grigor, because he believes that he needs to attack because his technically current masters have started attacking. So we're gonna try this again.
Oh.
He's gonna go to a bite Grigor. Yeah, Scorch has been gotten all the scritches and treats, so he's just like having at it. But Fire's new. Oh snap! Oh, it's a 17. Okay, so all right, that worked. And then he's gonna do a total of 5 points. Wait, did I deal that damage to Othwin? No, I did not. We're good. I wanted to make sure I didn't need to retroactively fix that. Okay, so Grigor takes 4 points of.
Wait, how'd you get to 4?
Wait, no, sorry, 6. Why did I have? Where did 4 come? That was weird. 6 points. I don't know what's going on. I'm moving fast. All right, 6 points of piercing damage. Now, Grigor is going to need to make a strength saving throw. So, Grigor, go ahead and roll that DC 11 strength saving throw. 6 plus nothing. Okay, so you are also now knocked prone. These doggos are doing work. You did not roll a nat 1, so you are not grappled. The dog basically just kind of came up, bit you, and dragged you down to the ground, and you're just on your back. And that is going to be its turn. So now it's going to be... And then one more runs in. Let's see. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's as far as he can get. And he is going to use... Let's see. Who can he target? He actually is going to shoot a crossbow at Basil back there, stepping on his boss. Oh, that's a nat 20!
This is where we all die.
Yeah, so this guy runs in and shoots this crossbow bolt straight through the room and strikes Basil in the back shoulder. And he with a nat 20, so I'm gonna roll damage and double the dice. I can't use the crit thing in Foundry. It just breaks and gets crazy powerful and it ruins everything. So we're gonna roll that. It's gonna be 5, so it's gonna be 10 plus. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Where
so
are you getting
10...
these numbers?
It's 5 plus 1, but I'm doubling the die because it's a critical hit. So it's 5 and 5 plus 1, so it's 11. So it's 11 points of damage, not 3. So we're gonna go
Get
ahead.
math on.
Ow.
Yeah, so you take 11 points of piercing damage from a crossbow bolt that just strikes you, basically kind of in the left side, actually, less than your shoulder, because you're more at an angle, so like right in the left side. And that's gonna be, and you kind of hear kind of from the side over here, and that's gonna be his turn. Now it's Othwin's turn. Feels so weird for me. I just went through all of these, and I'm the one playing right now. This is dumb. I'm the DM. I shouldn't be doing this. Just here, play with myself, guys. It's fine. Othwin, she in this case is gonna turn to the one that swung at her, and she is. Actually, what can Othwin even do? I've never played Othwin, so I have no idea. I don't even know what she can do. She can hit him with a stick.
With stick?
What's her spells looking like? Let's see. She's got 1 level 1. No, she's got 2 level 1s.
Fox, what would Othwin do in this situation?
Yeah, you're here. What would Othwin do? Oh, she's only got 2 spells she can cast right now outside of a cantrip.
Yeah. Does she have any
Stick
damaging
in Talina's
cantrips?
bag. All right, we're hitting him with a stick. All right.
No, stick
No,
is in Talina's
no,
bag.
you can't. The stick's in my bag.
Why is the stick in your bag? When did
I don't
this happen?
know. Apparently, Fox was saying the stick is in my bag.
Well, no. Okay, no stick.
Oh, hang on.
Because it's punchy
Sorry.
time.
Hang on. What? Doggos? Oh, that's right. Because she didn't want the doggos taking the stick, so she put it in Talina's bag so the dogs wouldn't go after the stick. I forgot about this. Okay, well, in that
even
case,
have it in my inventory. Yeah. Okay.
all right. Well, in that case, she's gonna do. She'll just have to do a cantrip. We'll do. I guess we'll do Sacred Flame. So he is gonna need to roll a dexterity saving throw, to which he fails. And takes 6 points of fire damage, I believe, or radiant damage. I'm sorry. Yeah. So she turns around, just he lights up for a second. I don't think playing with yourself. Okay, shut up, RC. All right, and then with that, she is going to. She can't really do much, actually. I think she's just gonna have to stay put. Unfortunately, she's kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be her turn. All right, Basil, you are finally up at the very bottom of this list. Dax, you're going to be the next player up on deck.
Okay.
The best part is Basil can't see anything.
Well, you can. You can see...
And this is the last turn of his rage.
It lasts... No, it lasts for a minute. You're on round 5. You have 5 more rounds. You popped rage at the beginning of combat. It's round 5, so you've got another 5
I don't know
rounds.
why it says 6 seconds on the actual
because it's
thing
6
on the
seconds
sheet,
unless
but it's whatever.
It's because if you don't deal or take damage within a turn, then it'll drop. But you've dealt damage, so if you don't do anything this round, it could drop. I believe is how it works.
And you took damage.
Oh, that's right. You did take damage.
All
you're
right.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, took damage. Let's see. Moving.
Oh, to the knee.
I want to move on top of where the guy's at.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna move you then. So you kind of side shuffle.
Side shuffle,
Okay.
putting a lot of weight down in footsteps.
Okay.
I know the general area where this bolt came from, correct?
Yeah, you know it came from the side room that you have seen before because it was lit up until Shatter dispelled all the light. So you know and you can kind of make out shadows and silhouettes. You kind of know it's over here. You're just not sure who exactly it came from because you can't make out details.
So, here's where Barbarian kicks in, and at the loss of potentially like 1 hit point or whatever, I wish to take the bolt out of Basil's shoulder.
Okay, I won't say it takes any additional damage because you already took the damage from the bolt. It's going to hurt, but I wouldn't say it deals damage.
Yes. So, take that out.
Okay. Oh,
and
no.
use it as a thrown projectile.
Oh, okay.
Towards who I am returned to sender.
Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you do that. Just you need to tell me, are you trying to target the guy who threw it?
I am trying to target whoever it is that may have shot. So the
Okay.
direction where the shot came from. So
Sure.
this direction.
Okay. So in that case, what I need you to just go ahead and roll me an attack. For let's see.
It's going to be the unarmed strike attack because it's going to use an improvised weapon of the bolt.
Yes. So you're gonna that'll work. So you're gonna roll me an improvised weapon attack. I want you to roll it at disadvantage because you technically can't make out your target specifically. You kind of have a general idea, but it's not like you're seeing. It's not like you're looking at your target with clarity here.
Okay, so this is going to be 1d20 disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a 14.
Wow. Okay. That's you hit him. So go ahead. Yeah. His AC is a 12. So yeah.
Let's see. So that's gonna be what?
So now you're gonna roll damage on it, which is gonna be what is an unarmed
Tavern
strike?
Brawler Strike.
We've
I gotta
done this
remember
enough time,
Tavern
you should know
Brawler
this.
Strike. It's been so long.
You make an attack roll
Tavern
against
Brawler
the target.
Strike.
On a hit, the target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier, which in your case is a 4, so 5.
So it's a 1d4 plus strength because I have the proficiency with unarmed
that's right.
because of
so,
Tavern.
Yeah. Okay, so 1d4 plus strength. So 1d4 plus 4. Or 1d4 plus 5, sorry, because it's 1 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, 1d4
7.
plus 5. Yep, 7. Okay. So he takes 7 points of piercing damage. Yeah. So basically, this guy comes in, fires the crossbow bolt, hits you, watches you recoil, laughs. You turn, grab it, yank it out, grunt, and just flick it back, and you hear it
Completely,
hit your target.
completely stone faced.
Yeah, and you hear it hit like, ah! and you hear him yell out in pain as it strikes back, like in quick succession. Return to sender. Well done.
Ty, I'm starting to realize Basil should have just been a monk with Tavern Brawler.
That'd have been that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Uh-huh.
All right. So is that your turn? And you done? You sides? You still have movement left if you need to do anything. You don't need to worry about your rage. Your rage will be fine. Because you not only took but also dealt damage, so you're good.
Can I tell if the guy under the table is struggling because of the weight of me and the table?
Both.
Or just the table itself?
It's both, because you're standing on it, plus the table it's a 25-foot long solid wooden table laying on top of him, and he's heavily injured, so he's not operating not full strength here.
We'll go ahead and move down to this location.
Where?
Hang on. There we go.
Are you moving him, or you want me to move him?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So you step off the table, you run down there, and that would be your turn, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and end your turn for me. Okay. It's gonna be the last thug, and then it's gonna be Dax's turn. With Grigor, you're the next player up. This guy can't really do much. So he's just gonna sidestep, and he is going to. He's dumb. He's gonna try to attack Dax with his crossbow with his buddy in the way. So this is gonna go great. First off, disadvantage on the hit. Rolled a nat 20 on the first one. Yeah, not only does he miss, he strikes his buddy in the back because he's dumb. And his buddy is gonna take the damage on that. So yeah, he sidesteps, goes, "Don't worry, I got you," and it lands. Not Dax. Not Dax. It's fine. I'll fix it. Takes 5 points of damage from piercing from behind him. Oh, you bastard! Why you do that? All right. Now it's Dax's turn. All right, so Dax, you're up.
Now that they're in closer range,
Mm-hmm.
She's going to take the Leviathan fang that was given to her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah!
Let's go. Magic
And-
items. Let's go.
She is going to start
Who's opening and closing
swinging
doors?
at this guy.
Which one? This guy?
Trying to
Yeah.
mid or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, is it just a d20 for this one?
Yeah, it's an attack. So you're gonna roll a d20
plus
and
3 plus 2.
well, that's the damage. Hold on a second. I can't remember the. 1 second. It's based off a dagger, but it's a +5 to hit. So you're gonna roll a d20 plus 5.
25.
You rolled a you rolled a nat 20?
Yeah.
All right. That's a crit. Okay. So go ahead and, I mean, obviously that hits. So go ahead and now you're going to roll damage. The damage is going to be 1d4. Actually, it's going to be 3d4. So start with that.
Doubled.
It'll be doubled, yeah. So you can either roll 6d4 or you can roll 3d4 and we'll just double the dice. It's up to you.
Oh wait, the cold damage also doubles?
Yeah,
It's
every
all
dice.
rolled. It's
Oh
all
Oh
rolled
my
damage dice.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll just roll a 64.
Okay. Yeah. So 6d4, 2 of which are cold. I'm sorry, 4 of which are
4 of which are
cold,
cold.
2 of which are piercing. It doesn't really matter. They're not resistant to anything. So they're lowly little thugs.
Also has that
I'm
attack rolls and saving throws -2 now. God. Dang.
I'm expecting this guy to get vaporized right here.
I am expecting him to go into like frozen chunk and then fall
that's the-
over.
I don't think I'm rolling this properly. So
How many did
I'm
you-
just gonna use this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 64, and then you're gonna add and then you're gonna add 3 to it.
Yeah, 64 plus what? The dexterity modifier or what?
It's marked as 3 right here. So, but it's her dex modifier. So yeah, because it's
That's
a finesse
critical,
weapon.
right?
Yeah, that's why you're rolling 64 and not 3. Oh, you did critical in game. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, that breaks it. It's super dumb.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what rules Foundry built for the critical roll. It's basically crits are you roll it if you're gonna do it in game, you just roll a regular one and we just manually double the dice. So go ahead and real quick re-roll damage
Oh.
normally, and we will just double whatever the
I see
dice
the
roll
dice
is.
right there.
There we go. Okay, so you rolled 2.
16.
Yeah, so
15. 13.
So 2, 1, 3. So the 1 and the 2 double. So that becomes 6, 4. So that's 10 plus 3. So yeah, 13. If I did my math right.
You're asking me to do math at 9:11 in the at night.
One of them is a 2, so that
gonna
becomes a
be
4.
good.
Yeah, one of them's a 2, becomes a 4, and the other one is a total of 3, which comes to 6. So that's 10, and you add 3 to, so that's 13. Which, yes, 100%. So how do you do this? How does this happen?
She's going. She takes the. Why am I blanking on it? She takes the Leviathan Fang, and she just goes ahead and with all of her strength, just shoves it
Mm-hmm.
into the guy's stomach and kind of twists,
Ooh.
and then pulls it out.
So before you pull it out, you turn it in and twist, and as soon as you twist, ice and moisture erupt from the blade and shatter all over his body from the puncture wound. And it doesn't happen slow; it happens almost instantly. He screams out in pain as you stab him, but before his scream can even finish leaving his mouth, he's encased in ice from head to toe, and becomes like an ice sculpture. And as you pull it out, he falls back and shatters, and he's dead.
If Basil wasn't in stoic can't talk mode from rage, he would look over and go, "Nice job."
So, anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Dax?
She is going. There, that's going to be the end of my turn. I
Okay.
guess for a moment.
Okay. So go ahead and end your turn, and it's going to be Scorch's turn. This is going to be
Yeah, she
interesting.
just keep an eye on. She's keeping an eye on Scorch to make sure Scorch doesn't betray her.
I was going to say, he just watched you kill his one of the guys that are perceived as master. Let's do this, actually. Hold on a second.
But I'm also perceived as friendly.
You are perceived as friendly. That's why he's going to be very confused here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do
Don't do this, Scorch.
He rolled a nat 20. All right. He watches this happen and starts whimpering, and he starts licking the ice, the shards that have kind of slid out, like right at him. And he starts licking them, and he just looks at you and kind of cocks his head sideways. And all of a sudden, you watch as his face kind of contorts, and he kind of gets in that aggressive stance. And you think for a second he's gonna lunge at you, and the next thing you know, he lunges, and you kind of like recoil, and you realize he's lunging and attacking this guy. And so he is gonna make his bite attack, and I'm gonna give him advantage on this because this guy's not expecting the dog to attack him from behind. So he's getting a sneak attack bonus on that. Not sneak attack, but you know what I mean. Surprise attack.
Neon, I thought you were just gonna have me do something terrible to the dog, and I don't know if I would have been able to forgive you.
No, he rolled a nat 20 on his wisdom saving throw, so he recognized not only are you friendly, but he understood what just happened. Oh, these guys are actually bad guys. I need to help my friend, and so he lunges at the other guy. So he does obviously get him. He's gonna get wow, a whopping 3 damage from the bite. But then also he has to make a saving throw, to which he fails, so he is now knocked prone. And yeah, so you watch as you kind of recoil, and then you watch as Scorch lunges over the ice shards of the dead guy and tackles the other one, and knocks him to the ground and is biting him, and the other guy's screaming, "What? What are you doing? Get off of me, you stupid mutt!" And he's like swinging his hands back and forth.
Dax is just gonna be in the doorway cheering Scorch on.
Okay. All right, Grigor, you're up. Alexander, you're on deck.
I use my action to get up.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that counts as your movement. You may still have an action.
No. You use half your movement to stand up. So your 30 feet now is reduced to 15, and you can use 15 feet of more movement on your turn.
And I'll attack the Lowhood to my lower left.
To your so this one?
Yes.
Go ahead and make your attack. I'm suddenly very hungry.
Okay, you had to say it out loud, man.
Sorry. Okay, so you go and due to the how dark it is in this room, you take a swing at him thinking he's closer than he is, and you realize he's actually a little farther away, and it does in fact miss him. What else would you like to do?
I'll end my turn.
Okay, so that's going to be your turn. And now it's going to be Alexander, you're up. And then a bunch of the Lowhoods are going to go, and then Talina, you're going to be the next player up.
I'm down, actually.
You're
I'm
prone
very
and you're
down.
grappled. The dog is on top of you. There's so many little tokens here.
To kill or not to kill? That is the question. Grappling just restricts movement, right?
Grappled means you are... Oh my gosh, I forgot. Hold on a second.
Your speed becomes 0.
Yeah.
And you can't benefit from any bonus to your speed. That's it.
Is that it? Okay. So you can't move.
Which
technically.
means you cannot get up either, because it takes half your movement to get up from prone.
Yeah.
But you can break grapple with a contested roll.
Can break that with an action. There is no restriction to casting spells, right?
I don't believe so. A grappled creature speed becomes 0. It can benefit from any. It can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler. That's basically it. And then because you're prone, you can't. I mean, obviously, prone kind of is negated basically by grapple in the sense of it doesn't really matter about your movement. So you're not restricted from casting spells. No. Sorry, I was kind of working.
Okay, so
myself through
the
answer.
the dog that's above me is meant to be on top of me, basically,
Oh
right?
yeah, he's barking at you, and he's like, it looks like he's getting ready to take another bite, basically. Because you rolled a nat 1 on that.
Gonna try this. Technically deception, but target the man. Target the. Okay, wait. How does that spell work? My plan,
Okay.
Arthur.
Okay.
I want to cast magic missile
Okay.
with 2 bolts going towards the guy who just stabbed me. So the token below me, and then 1 bolt going towards the dog.
So 2 to this guy, 1 to him.
Yes,
Okay.
but basically I want to do it like if I can kind of roleplay wise, cast it in the direction or like
Okay.
I think it flies out of my hands as a spell. So like have the initial direction of it be towards the guy, so the bolt hits the dog from where the guy is standing.
Okay. So I did forget.
Just to see if that makes the dog think that he's doing that shit.
Oh, okay. All right. So real quick, you do, because you are prone, you do have disadvantage on attack rolls because you're knocked.
That's
flat.
not gonna happen for Yeah, thank you. That's good. That's good to remember. It's not gonna happen for magic missile because it's auto hit.
Oh, that's true. That's a very good point. I forgot you don't roll for magic missile. Okay. So it's a saving throw they've got to make, right? Like a dex saving throw, I think, right?
No, it literally just hits.
Wait, seriously? I haven't used magic missile in forever. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it auto hits and all of that.
Wait, where is your magic missile? Why am I not seeing this?
Level 1 spell.
Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. That's why. Wow. Okay. So it just auto hits. Do you roll for damage?
Yeah, roll for damage.
Okay. So go
okay,
ahead
let's
and make
see.
sure you have. Well, do this. I don't know how it does it in Foundry, so just go
Yeah,
ahead.
because it's tricky with Foundry.
You already have them both targeted, so go ahead and roll.
Let's see. So cast at level 1.
Uh-huh.
Consume spell slot, cast spell.
All right, so go ahead and roll the damage on it.
Here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna untarget. I'm gonna just target the guy and roll.
Okay.
Let's see.
So I don't know how it does it on your end as far as rolling for it. So.
So it shows me. I'm trying to understand this. Let's see. What if I do this?
Well, actually, it says a dart deals 1d4 plus 1. So you just.
Okay.
So that you just rolled 1. You just rolled 3d. Okay, hold on. So you rolled 3d4.
No, that's a 1. It allows me to roll 1 dice. It allows me to roll 1 dice at a time. So 1
so
dice.
You rolled a 3 plus 1. Okay,
roll 1 die.
Okay. So
So this is to the guy.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 points
Second
of damage
one.
to him.
To the guy.
Another 3
7
points
total.
of damage. Okay.
And then 1 flies towards the dog.
Okay.
From the guy's direction. Because that's how I try to do it.
Okay. Oh, snap. Okay.
That killed it.
So you do this, and so you manifest these 3 darts, and all three of them fly out of your hand. 2 strike the guy, and then the other one does this loop and comes down on top of the dog. How do you want to do this on the doggo that's on top of you?
I mean, I guess the way it ended up being is the bolt flies out. As 2 of them fly out straight towards the guy, the last one, as you say, kind of loops around, and then just hits. I would say that it ends up going above the dog. Nope, I lie. I would say it goes to the side of the dog, basically, and just hits it with enough force to just kind of
like knock it off.
bonk it into the wall that's next to me.
Okay, so it comes around, it hits the side, it hits the dog, and kind of smacks it into the wall next to you, and it goes limp, and it collapses on top of you, limp. Kind of not directly on top of you, kind of off to like on top of in the side of you, up against the wall, but it is still kind of on top of you. But it is. You hear go, and it goes cold. It goes still. I mean. All right. Anything else you want to do?
All right. And now that I'm not grappled, I will.
Let me remove that. You are still prone, but you're
Get
no longer
up.
grappled. Okay. So that uses half your movement.
I will unprone, and that is it.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and end your turn. All right. And I'll say this, because I know Dax is going to ask me. You heard the whimper from behind you, but as of right now, your back is still to it, but you did hear it. I'll give you that. All right, so this guy, he's going to take another swing at Othwin. So he's going to use his cutlass. And that one hits. And he's going to roll damage on it. That's going to do 5 points of slashing damage to little baby Burb. He can't really go anywhere, so that's going to be his turn. Next one is going to be this guy. He takes the 2 shots from you, and you stand up in front of him, and he, pissed off, swings his sword. Nope, that's a crossbow. Swings his sword at you. Ooh, and misses. Okay. Yeah, so you stand up and you kind of spook him, and he swings wildly, and you kind of just limbo your neck back, and it goes wide and misses you. And he kind of gulps, but he also can't really do much. It's kind of tight in here. So now it's gonna okay. Guy under the table, he is also going to make he's gonna make another strength saving throw. This one's gonna not be as big of a requirement because Basil's no longer on the table. He is going to be rolling at normal now, not disadvantage, because Basil's no longer standing on the table. Ooh, okay. So you guys hear the sound of as the table slides, and he is able to. Technically, he'd back up a little bit, so I'll put him basically there, and he is no longer prone or restrained. And and he draws his weapons, and he looks pretty rough. So. He used half his movement to stand up, and his action was the thing. So that's his turn. He's done. But he is no longer underneath the table. Next guy is the one that has... Okay, so he has the dog that's basically next to him trying to rip him apart. He is going to try to kick the dog off. So we're going to have him make an unarmed... He doesn't have unarmed strikes, so give me a second here. Where is unarmed strike? What the heck? Is that considered an item?
Unarmed strike?
Oh yeah, there it is. I found it.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay,
I was just
sorry,
adding it
Lucas.
to his character sheet to make my life easier. Okay. So he's gonna make an unarmed strike. He try to kick the dog and fails. And so you see, Dax, you watch this guy on the ground, like, get off! And he, like, just swings his leg and completely misses the dog. And
I believe Shadow... Oh. He just got back.
Yep. All right, so that's gonna be this poor guy's turn. He's not doing so hot either. All right, Talina, you're up. And the fire, he's gonna be up next.
I can just barely, through the glimpse of the doorway, see that guy kicking Doggo.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah. See, I want to whisper something at him dissonantly, but I want to use vicious mockery.
Yeah, no, well, I mean,
Okay.
you would see him trying to kick the dog, not successfully.
Yeah,
do it,
you'd
right?
see him just flailing his legs wildly and screaming, "Get off, you stupid mutt!" After his buddy just got turned into a human popsicle and broken into a bazillion pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery, but instead of a string of insults, I'm just going to repeat over and over again, there's a special place in hell for those who kicks dogs. In the hells, sorry. There's more than one.
Oh, he rolled a nat 1!
Then fuck!
He rolled a nat 1. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is because he rolled a nat 1 on a saving throw, I'm gonna treat that as a crit, so your damage dice are gonna be doubled. Because technically there is no crit for that, but I feel that would be appropriate. So, ooh, 2 points.
Cool.
Woo! So he just starts.
Yeah.
He hears that and he goes, "I don't bloody care. Get the mutt off me!" All right. Selena, want to do anything else on her turn?
Glancing at my allies, I don't see anyone badly injured or anything, right? No, just barely and regular injured. So
Everybody's a
no,
little beat up, but nobody's really like on death's door by any means.
That doggo dead.
Yes, the doggo in front of you that you came around the corner. That happened pretty quickly, basically. You came around the corner, watched him jump on Alexander, and then shortly after that, you watched Alexander cast the magic missiles and knock the dog into the wall and it go limp. And it's less here and more like here. Kind of like, well, actually, no, Alexander had to kind of move him, so I guess it is kind of behind him now.
Keeping the magic glow on my lips, I'm gonna look at the near death guy that crawled from the table and take a couple of steps towards him. And not with any spell or anything, just going to say, "Stay down if you would like to live."
Ooh, okay. Just trying to intimidate him?
Just trying to suggest his current course of action.
Okay. Are you trying to persuade or intimidate? Because I'll give you one of those rolls. I'll give you one of those rolls before it ends your turn.
Well, I mean,
because it really depends on the delivery here. Persuade.
Yeah,
I think the answer is just yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the way she's
yeah.
The way she's delivering it is with that one.
Intimidation
is lower, but hey ho, here we go.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an intimidation check on this. Okay, all right. You're not sure if it's successful, but that's a good roll. Okay. Okay. So now it's gonna be Fire's turn. He is going to take another bite. Well, actually, let's see. Basil ran by him. Let's see. Grigor already stood back up. And Grigor, you swung at the dog, right? Or did you swing at the... I can't remember. Did you swing at the dog or you swing at the Lowhood?
I swung toward the Lowhood.
Okay, all right. I think the dog's still gonna try to get you again, because no one has tried to convince him otherwise at this point. So he's gonna take another bite at Grigor here. It's a so it does hit. Okay, so he's gonna do a grand total of 4 points of piercing damage to Mr. Grigor. I need you to go ahead and make me... Hold on, let me close this. Do this. I need you to make me another strength saving throw. Nice. Okay, so this time you're prepared for it, and he does catch your leg, and you kind of shrug it off and back up, and you maintain your stance. You don't go prone. So good job. All right, so that's going to be... the Mastiff now is going to... kind of sidestep you a bit. He's gonna kind of go around you a little bit. He's still looking at you, but he's just kind of going around you, and that's gonna be his turn. It's gonna be the guy the guy who got returned to Sendered. It's his turn. He's gonna go ahead and step in here, and you're behind a wall, so he can't do much with you, but he can... I think he's going to attack Othwin, actually. Yeah, he's the only one he can really do anything with. So, yeah. Hey, Othwin's getting beat up tonight. This is not good. No, that's okay. He missed. He rolled a 10, so we're good. All right, so he swings, and also in the darkness, he just can't see her very well, and right over the top of her. All right. Oh, it's Othwin's turn. Okay. She is going to... I think she's going to back up, actually. So she's going to do... All right. Oh, man, if she does that, she's going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Doggo attack opportunity from Basil and...
Oh, yes, you're correct. Okay, backing up. Thank you. Good one. Basil, can you roll me a standard attack from whatever weapon you're holding? I assume your dagger.
If they want to.
Oh.
You don't have to, because it takes your reaction.
Yeah, if you don't want to... Yeah, the Mastiff right here moved out of your range of attack. I forgot about. Thank you for that. If you don't have to, but if you want, you can take an attack of opportunity against the doggo that moved.
Not worried about the dog.
Okay, all right. Othwin... You know what? I'm just going to flip a coin because I don't know. It could go either way.
I was going to say, what about a switcheroo? Oh, there's 2 of them.
2 of what?
I can't see it through Basil.
What?
But I can see it from the stream side.
Wait. What? See what? What are you talking about?
The two that are through the doorway. Basil can't see them.
Nope, because there's a door here. There's a door.
Oh, that's why we can't. Never mind.
Yeah,
I forgot about the
red
door
line
that I
right
just
there is a
mentioned
door.
earlier.
Yeah, this was the same problem. Okay, I'd
right.
say with a 1 that she does not attack the dog. She lets it go as well. But now we're gonna go. Now it's her turn. I think even with the attacks of opportunity, I think she's still going to try to get some space because she's surrounded on 3 sides. So I think she's gonna back up here, and she's gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity. Which
unless he disengages.
Can she?
That
She's
will
not a
cost her
rogue.
action, though. Yeah, well, rogues can do it as a bonus action. Everyone can do it as an action.
Oh, well, yeah. You know what? In that case, yeah, she would just do that. But she can only do it once, so she's gonna keep moving, which then she has to take it from this guy.
I think it's just your entire turn, no?
Is it? Please hold.
Yes.
I would say also if she's disengaging, would she keep going this way, or would she try to get behind Basil?
I feel like she's gonna be trying to put distance between her and the baddies because they keep beating up on her.
If
Fair.
you take the disengage action, your
Yes, for the rest
movement
of your
doesn't
turn.
provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn.
Okay, yeah. So we're able to do that. So yeah, so she's gonna basically back up and get away from everybody and kind of use Basil as cover and kind of catch her breath. That's gonna be her movement and her action. So she's done. So Basil, you're up, and then we have a thug next. Dax, you're gonna be the next player on deck.
Okay.
Okay, so that disregard the Life 360 alert.
I knew I recognized that sound. I was like, wait a minute. All right.
All
anyways.
right. Basil is going to cuff him to get in front of this, and
Okay.
I can't see through the doorway, but
You'd make out silhouettes that there's one here and there's one here, because
okay. So
there's enough low light in the room that you'd be able to at least make that out.
I have a general question regarding the Thunderous Blows feature
Okay.
that comes with the Barbarian subclass I have. If I was to actually succeed in the attack against the one in front of me, this dude bad.
Yep.
And
I
I
see where
do
you're going with
the move him 5 feet. Is that going to domino effect, or should I just? Okay.
Yeah, because 2 creatures cannot occupy the same space at a single time, and if you are moving him 5 feet, you'd be moving him into the space of somebody else, and it's against his will. So the other one's gonna get moved, or something could happen. It's gonna depend on how this all plays out, but it could very well happen that way because physics dictates 2 things cannot be in the same place at once.
So what is going to happen is we're going to do an attack roll on this guy using Thunderous Blows as a secondary action.
Okay.
And we're using the dagger. Fang dagger. Normal. Ba-bam.
I love that effect. Okay. So you're using. Wait, you can. I thought you had to use. Is it just any melee attack, or is it
any melee? Yeah.
Any melee.
Sweet. Wow. Okay. All right. So you're hitting him, and you're doing. You rolled a 17. Obviously, you hit him. So go ahead and roll damage. That's was it 3d4 plus 3? I think.
The reason it needs to be domino effect is because Basil's taking that position.
A creature that is When you hit a creature with a melee attack while you're raging, you can push that creature up to 5 feet away from you in any direction of your choice. A creature.
I don't occupy the space
No, yeah, he
afterwards.
doesn't
However,
occupy
I
the
do want to
space.
keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's fine, but it doesn't.
I was just wondering if it domino effects and knocks the guy backwards.
Well, I mean, if you're moving, I don't see anywhere in here unless I'm missing something, Ty. It doesn't say that Basil occupies this space. It just says he pushes him 5 feet in any direction away from him.
This is the Path of the Juggernaut thing, right?
Yeah, this is Thunderous
So
Blows.
it's Thunderous Blows.
So I don't know if I have the same source as you do, but I have here they need to roll a strength saving throw.
Yes.
And on a failure, you push the target 5 feet away from you, and you can choose to immediately move 5 feet into the target's previous position.
Okay, so you can make the call. Well, normally you'd be correct on the strength saving throw, except you just vaporized this dude, so he doesn't. There's nothing,
never mind.
There's nothing to resist the push. So basically, you stab this guy with your ice blade. The same effect that just happened to the other guy happens to this guy. And then what do you do? Do you just shoulder check him? Do you push him? Or are you just like continuous motion, stabbing and pushing?
Basically, the same rule applies of basically right to the gut, but instead of the twist, it's a force backwards action with the magic of the dagger activating as he basically leaves the blade and flies towards his buddy.
Okay. So as you do this, he instantly turns basically into a block of ice, and he hasn't shattered anything. But as soon as the dagger is all the way in, he's just frozen from top to bottom, and you're pushing him and the other guy. This is actually kind of different because he's now a big block of ice, and it's spiky and it's heavy. Okay.
I love making you think on your toes.
Yeah, if anyone is making me always is thrown for a loop, it's always you. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll me. It doesn't need to. Let's do this. Hold on. Before we do anything, hang on a second. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Okay, he failed. So I want you to roll me a Let's call it an unarmed strike. So go ahead and roll. I know you have proficiency, so that's fine. So go ahead and do your proficiency, the whole thing, as if you were making an unarmed strike against the guy behind him, because you are pushing a human-sized block of ice covered in ice shards, and it's heavy, and you're pushing it into a guy with your full bodily force as part of your other thing. So it's not going to do the same kind of damage your knife would do, but you're basically pushing this massive block of sharp ice into a guy that just couldn't dodge it.
Got it.
So I'll give you...
I should be able to just... Oh, it's the damage that I have to do weirdly.
You're not rolling the attack. You're just rolling the damage.
Oh, I'm just rolling the damage. Okay, then disregard what just popped into chat. I'm not using it. Plus 4 plus...
Because basically you're not rolling to attack him, you're rolling... He already basically failed a dex saving throw. So you're just rolling the damage on it.
Sorry, I'm just rereading what the Fang is all about. Because I think you gave a different descriptor to Daxori.
No, same thing. Turned into a big thing of ice and full thing
of ice.
No,
of the blade and what it does.
No, same thing. You stuck the blade in, and as soon as she turned it, he just erupted in ice and fell over and shattered. But you haven't knocked this guy over yet, so he's full ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm getting my freaking things mixed up.
All good.
So it's just 1d4 plus my strength, or is it...
whenever you're unarmed.
I'm so
confused.
No, you're good.
It's okay. Whenever you're unarmed, whenever you do an unarmed strike on somebody, when you roll damage for that, which for you with your proficiency thing, it's like, was it like 1d4 plus 5 or something like that? I forget exactly. Actually, let me go back up and find it because we did it already once.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
All good.
I already used it once.
I'm looking.
Vassal, unarmed strike, followed
there
by...
it is. You rolled a 1d4 plus
1d4
5.
plus 5.
Yep.
Okay.
I was right. Look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Kinda. Sorta. Cool. All right, so he's
solid.
Oh, jeez. Well, you basically... You run up, you stab the guy. As soon as you stab him and the blade's all the way and he turns into a block of ice, you keep pushing with all your might. It knocks, you hear it hit something behind him, and as you push him, you basically push him, the thing goes forward, your ice block falls forward and falls on top of somebody, and you hear, and you see blood underneath just spread out in all directions as you splatter the guy behind him with a massive human-sized block of ice.
Did I just get a 2 for 1?
Yes, you just got a 2 for 1. Yeah, he didn't have much health left from when you returned to Sendered earlier, but yeah. Yeah, all right, so I'd say that's your turn there, bud.
That's my turn.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Yep.
Basil might not do much in this thing, but man, does it make a hit.
I mean, barbarian doing barbarian things. All right, idiot boy over here is going to take another shot at Dax with his crossbow. He can't really do much. Oh, actually, no, I back up. I'm sorry. He sees the dog that just jumped on his friend. He's gonna actually attack the doggo.
No.
Yep, he's gonna take a swing at Scorch with his cutlass. Ooh, but he misses. The doggo is moving around too much, so he fails that. He can't really do much else, so that's gonna be he's gonna be his turn. All right, Dex, you're up. Scorch is up next, and then Grigor, you're the next player on deck.
Dax is gonna yell at the guy who just tried to swipe at Scorch.
Okay.
And she's gonna be like, "Don't hurt my dog!" And he's going to swing at him with the Leviathan fang.
Well, he's all the way down here. Or you?
Oh,
or
sorry.
You're talking about the dog that the guy that's. So this guy here is prone and is and Scorch is like dealing with him. This guy that's kind of down here, he's the one that tried to shoot the crossbow, failed, and would just try to intervene and attack Scorch and failed. He's not doing much, to be honest. So are you which one are you attacking?
This one right here.
This one here? Okay, all right. You go ahead and make your attack with the blade. Or fang, sorry.
Fang, blade, same thing. It's just 20?
It's a d20 plus 5, if I recall correctly.
22.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it hits. All right, so this is a regular damage, though, so it's going to be 3d4 plus 3.
So the first wave, they all rush and crowd into the room.
Which actually, quite honestly,
immediately gets pushed back.
Yeah, you don't even really need to roll damage on this because even if you rolled nat 1s across the board, you'd still kill him. So you can roll if you want, but you don't have to.
Gotta roll for the overkill.
Yeah, we gotta see what the numbers
are. That
was close. That was 2 nat 1s, so that was close. But yeah, no, he's very, very dead. So what? How do you finish this guy off?
She's just gonna go ahead and she's just going to drive the fang into his chest.
Okay, just run over and just right down into his chest.
Yep.
Okay, so as you run over and you stay away from my dog, and right down in his chest, he screams out in pain, and he also just becomes a column of ice. He's already on the ground, so he doesn't shatter, so he just becomes a human block of ice.
As Dax is like leaning on the fang that's in his chest, she's just looking at Scorch, saying, "Who's a good boy?" She's gotta make sure Scorch stays on her side.
I mean, you're doing good so far, I guess. All right, so all right, so now it's Scorch's turn, and he barks at you like in a fun bark. And then he turns and he's gonna try to attack this guy. Oh, unfortunately, the other guy he's kind of prepared for it, and so he dodges it and is unable to. Scorch doesn't land the hit, and so he just starts barking at him, and that's gonna be Scorch's.
How's the one that shot one of his fellow people in the back, the one that is able to avoid the dog?
He's nimble. He's just not smart.
Cowards survive.
Also,
yeah, exactly.
He's not familiar with friendly fire.
Huh?
He's also not familiar with friendly fire.
Yeah, clearly, because he hit him. He's like, what do you mean? All right, Grigor, it is your turn. Alexander, you're up on deck.
Grigor's going to try to grapple the dog.
You're trying to grapple the dog. Okay. Go for it. So that's going to be, you're going to roll athletics, and he's going to roll acrobatics, which is basically just his dex. So go ahead and roll your athletics first, please. Okay, so you rolled. Okay, so you go to grapple the dog, and he's a dog, and so you basically kind of go down and try to bear hug him, and he just like rolls you off of him and shakes you off of him and gets back up and starts barking at you and nipping at you. Anything else you want to try on your turn? That's technically your action. You do still have your movement. I don't think you have any bonus actions, however.
I use my cunning action to disengage.
Okay. All right. Where are you gonna move?
I'm going to move closer towards Daxor.
Daxori? Okay, so straight down. Okay, go ahead and move your... Yep, go ahead and move. Cool. All right. I assume that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Alexander, you're going to be up. And next player up is going to be Talina. You have 2 bad guys in between you 2.
Me no see bad guys.
Where you're standing... Yeah,
There's
you can kind of make out one right there from where you're standing. And then, well, yeah, you see, no, there's one right there. What do you mean? Right behind you, right there.
Was that one behind me the one that Talina told to not do shit if he wants to live?
Correct, and you don't know, you guys don't know if he's listened yet because it's not his turn.
Because it's not his turn.
Yeah, but he is wielding both of his weapons. He's standing up, and he looks very pissed off and bleeding heavily.
I have a plan. Okay, and everyone in the room where Dax is are dead now.
From what you can see.
What I can see. Cool.
You can still hear barking, and you can hear a scuffle happening, but you can't see anything from where you're standing. Plus, not to mention...
Well, I know there's a guy in the room behind me, so... Gonna... I don't know, just for fun. Let's waste another spell slot. As I... Yeah, I see the guy in the room, and I'm gonna... Where's my spells? Where's my character?
You can also just double-click your token, and it'll pull your sheet up.
Yeah. Actually, do I want to spell a spell slot? I don't want to spell a spell slot.
You don't want to spell a spend slot? I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
To be fair, it is really hard to spell spend, though. Is it a D or a T? You never know.
Depends on past or... Alright, so you...
It's a 10. Also missed.
Yeah, unfortunately, your spell doesn't seem to take effect. It seems to... You seem to, like, you didn't target him correctly. So...
Oh, well. He sees a ghostly hand fly at him and then past him.
Yeah. Oh, is that your turn? Okay, sorry, I didn't hear you say you ready your turn.
Yeah. And I just clicked the button.
All right. So it's now the last thug over here in the sitting room, and he is going to take a swing here at Basil, who's basically at this point just kind of being silhouetted by the candle.
No intimidation factor. Oh, nope. The dice says an intimidation factor.
The dice have chosen intimidation factor. Yeah, he just watched his buddies one gets stabbed, turned into ice. The other gets squished by a massive block of ice. Looks at you and just swings wildly and misses. And then he's actually going to run actually. So he's gonna use his action. No, he already used his action. So you get an attack of opportunity if you want.
I'll take it.
All right, so go ahead and target him for me. Which actually you can't target him. That's fine. Here, I'm gonna move him so you can target him. Okay, so he's still targeted. So go ahead and. Unfortunately, it's too dark, and he's able to slip away from you before you realize he's running, and you swing and miss. So he unfortunately is able to get away, and so he's going to use the rest of his movement. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay.
Is he stumbling through the darkness and the rough terrain from the broken furniture?
You do hear some stumbling through some of the furniture, but it's clear he knows this building. He basically has been living here for how long you don't know. So he's able to kind of stumble his way through, but he more or less knows where he's going. If it was you don't know this place, so it'd be a little different. It's kind of like when you're moving around your apartment in the dark. Like, you kind of already know how things are laid out, even if it's dark. Okay, so that's going to be end of his turn. It's going to be... All right, so now it's this guy. You rolled... What was that? You rolled a 16, if I recall correctly, yeah? On that Persimmidate?
Yeah.
Persuadiate?
Intimisuasion, yes.
Intimisuasion. Yeah, the Intimisuasion roll was a 16. He looks at you and scoffs and goes, "Oh, death is my middle name," and he charges at you.
Easy.
So he is going to use his multi-attack. So he's going to take 2 cutlass attacks and a dagger attack. So he's going to swing once with the cutlass. And he hits. He's going to swing again with the cutlass. And misses on the second one. This seems to be a recurring pattern for these guys. And then take 1 dagger attack, which hits. So
beats it, yeah.
Yeah, so basically swings down with the cutlass, strikes you, swings up with the cutlass, misses, stabs with the dagger with the other hand, doing a total of... So the first one is a hit, so damage for that, and damage for that. So doing... Ooh, that's a lot of damage. So 9 points from the cutlass, and 5 points from the dagger. Does a pretty good number on you as he runs up and shink, shink, shink. And that's going to be his turn. All right, Talina, you're up, and then looks like Fire is up next. The next player is going to be Othwin.
Well, I was going to use a different line, but I have to scroll up to find the other line that was actually good and more situational for this one.
Are you looking for a vicious mock?
Yeah. Bye. There it is.
Yeah, excuse me.
Target. Cast. As her lips turn purple, and she says, "You call that an attack? I've seen dead kittens hit harder than that."
He laughs. He laughed. Then call me one dead kitty. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
Yeah, I can take another full round of attacks. It's fine. I don't need to heal.
That moment when the bard becomes the tank.
I mean, this bard is wearing armor.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so is that your turn?
Listen, the tank in this getup isn't even a tank. They're a bruiser.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna. No, because then I get an attack opportunity from the Mastiff. No, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, all right. So now it's gonna be Fire's turn. He looks very confused at this point. Everyone's kind of, because like people aren't attacking him now, and so he's barking occasionally, and he actually looks over towards where Daxori's at. I presume, based on how this combat is all played out, Dax, you still have your back to him because you stabbed that first guy, right? And you have the other guy on the other side of Scorch. So you're looking towards Scorch. Okay, all right. So he sees you looking away, looks at everybody else, bark, 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 and sees. Yeah, you know what? He's actually gonna run. He's gonna run towards Talina. Actually, he is going to try to bite because he sees you engaging with the one of his masters. So, yep, he's going to get you. So he's going to bite you and do 6 points of piercing damage. And then I need you to make... Oh, come on. Need you to make that DC 11 strength saving throw, por favor. Oh, 100%. You're fine. Yeah.
Easy.
You get bit and you feel him and you just like kick him off and you hear him. And, yeah. Yeah, that's as much of the growl you're getting. So it's, all right. So it's Othwin's turn now. She's in a unique position. She is going to cast. Yeah, she's gonna target Homeboy up here, and she's gonna cast Toll the Dead. Wait, hold on. The spell's damage increased by 1. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it takes. Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, so we need to roll the D12 one. Okay, there we go. So, all right, so we're going to select him, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna roll normal. He succeeded, I believe. What's the DC? Oh, DC 12. Duh. Yeah, he succeeds. He's fine. So yeah, unfortunately, it didn't take. And you hear her chitter like out of frustration. All right, Basil, it's your turn. Dax, your next player on deck after one more Lowhood thug.
Ahem. Nyom. Stepping onto the table and taking a jab at this guy's side.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
12.
Okay. Oops. Wrong page. 12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Fine.
So yeah, you hit his armor and it kind of like ricochets off of it.
So, hang on. I have not dealt damage or taken damage this round, right?
You've attempted, which counts.
I'm sorry, say that again, Ty.
I'm pretty sure attempting counts for rage.
I think you are correct. Yes, you are correct. So you're good. So yeah, you are still raging for basically another 2 rounds because you're at the bottom of the 7th round. So
yeah.
Yes.
If you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then.
yeah, so you're good.
Well, at least Basil's here to be like, I am a healthy body right next to you. You should probably target me instead.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Let me hit that end button. Sorry, I always forget.
You're all good. All right, last guy. He is going to. He's gonna take another swipe at Scorch here. Ooh, he hits. So he is going to deal. Oh snap! That's a 6. He's gonna deal 7 points of damage. Oh. He swings the sword down. Stupid mutt! And he swings it, and it slashes Scorch across the back. And you hear him whimper, and he falls over onto his side, and he goes motionless. Oh no!
Make this one personal.
He is going to step over the lifeless or motionless body, I'll say, of Scorch, and is going to rush towards Dax. But that's going to be his turn. But it is Daxori's turn.
I would hate to be that Lowhood right now.
I would hate to be this Lowhood right now. Like, I was not expecting that, even as the DM. Yeah.
Chat's flaming you now.
I know.
Too,
I know.
by the way.
Hunter's all pissed at me. I'm sorry. It happens. The dice have spoken. Can Dax rage? Is Shadow still here?
Yeah, I am very much still here.
Oh, you're just sitting over there. I'm sorry.
She's taking a note from Basil's book and complete stone cold expression while getting ready to do this.
I mean, the dude just rushed you too, so like.
Wait, so he is rushing me?
Oh, yeah, he ran right at you. He ran as far up to... He can't attack you. He already took his attack, so he's just rushing at you.
He's with the why am I blanking on the name of it like I always am?
What are you blanking on? I'm sorry?
With the Leviathan,
the
Leviathan thing in her hands, she is going to quickly... She's going to quickly go and stab him.
Okay.
Try and stab him, and as she's doing that, she's muttering, "I'm gonna gut you like a pig."
Is she saying it in Infernal?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, just go ahead and roll me your attack. Which is going to be a d20 plus 5.
Yeah. I'm doing math.
You're fine.
I miscounted.
You're all good.
Dirty 20.
All right, that 100% hits. Go ahead and roll damage, which is going to be 3d4 plus 3.
I have to do the freaking... I have to do this because I'm not going
to. Okay.
Oh,
How do you want to do this? Because he has full health, and you did the exact amount of damage to bring him to 0 health.
She's going to basically... She's going to go ahead and she's going to stab him with the fang, and as she's stabbing him, she lays her hand on his shoulder and brings him close, and she whispers that again in Infernal. And as she does that, she then drags the fang upwards, still plunged through his body until it gets stuck, and then pulls it out.
As you're doing this, the ice is covering him from head to toe, erupting from the entry wound, and he as you pull it out, the jolt. I mean, he's head to toe in ice, and as you pull it out, he falls over to the side and shatters into a bunch of ice pieces and is very dead. I have never been more excited for a dice roll than I was for that one. Like, I was so hoping you were going to hit, and when you rolled exactly 11 hit points for a one-hit kill, that was amazing. Dice are telling stories tonight! All right, you still have movement and a bonus action.
She's going to run over to Scorch's corpse. Like, yeah.
You're going to go to Scorch's corpse? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so that's going to be part of your movement. That's your action. Are you doing anything with the corpse, or are you just running over to it for now?
No, running over to it, and she's gonna kneel down, and she's gonna be petting him.
Aw, okay, all right.
And Dax isn't one to show emotions, but if someone got close to her, they would see a tear or two coming down from her eyes.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move from that. Oh man, that's I'm like conflicted because that was super awesome, but I just offed the dog. All right, Grigor, you are up. Alexander, you're on deck.
Yeah. What's going on? I'm very good at paying attention. I see what's going on.
Oh, I said you're on deck.
Yes. No mercy. 1, 2, 3,
No.
4.
It's Grigor's turn. You're up next.
No mercy.
I understand that. Grigor first, then you can no mercy. Grigor. Oh, thinking. Okay.
I think Grigor's gonna stay put.
Okay. Okay, just go ahead and... Are you holding an... Because you can hold an action if you'd like.
Nope, just focused on the tending to his bite wounds.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So you're basically just kind of prepping yourself, trying to take care of yourself there. Alexander, now you can No Mercy. It's your turn. Next player is Talina.
English. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Collides with a wall. Fuck you two.
Wait, where were you colliding with? Oh, it's probably one of the chairs.
Are chairs walls?
The chairs that are now rubble across the room.
Yeah, that room is... but it's because I didn't delete the walls out of there. But yeah, there's no real walls in there.
I don't know. Let's see if third time's a charm. I have no idea. Appears to be. Somewhat.
Sorry, I'm multitasking here. Okay, so you cast Firebolt. Okay, Firebolt does hit him as he's running away. Go ahead and roll the damage on that. Oh man! Yeah, okay, yeah, you come around the corner and you're just like, I don't think so. And you cast Firebolt and you watch as it literally just... He turns into ash as he's running away. And just gone.
I wanted to say, I keep forgetting how dice work. So I see it roll a 0, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Before I remember that it's a 10.
0's very good on a D10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
0 is very good.
Literally, you just do that, and just he's into ash, gone. There's nothing left of him. It's just nothing.
I mean, that was my movement speed, but while we're at it, where do I see the next room? Is it just a table?
You see
anything standing out besides the table?
You can basically see firelight illuminating a very large wooden table, and on the very back wall, you can see like counters made of stone and wood. And it's pretty clear from quick glance, you're probably looking at a kitchen of some kind.
Cool. I clicked the end turn button.
Great. Okay, so now it's gonna be well, it's not Capitan, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be the sergeant back here. No, actually, no. It was the thug that was running away who just vaporized. He's over. Now it's the sergeant's turn. He is going to... Because he's going to use his multi-attack, I don't believe he's required to attack one target.
Nope, he can attack whoever for whatever.
Yep. So he's going to start by attacking... He's going to make a cutlass attack at Basil here. He's going to swing his cutlass. And miss. He'll take a second attack with his cutlass on Basil, hoping to actually hit him this time. Ooh, that's a 20. That's a nat 20 right there. Sorry, so he's gonna roll damage on that. I'm gonna roll normal and just double the dice.
This is fine.
So he's gonna do a grand total of 13 points of damage to you. So he misses with the first one. And on the upswing, he catches you off guard and slashes you across the chest and does a pretty good chunk of damage to you. And then he's going to, with that, he pivots on his heels and goes to stab Talina with his dagger.
Fine.
And misses. Wow. Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah, completely misses with a 2. All right. So that's going to be his. And he just kind of scoffs as he misses and says, I've got this. And kind of, you hear him pop his neck. I think.
Wait.
I think.
Am I bleeding? Is that what that is?
Yeah. As every token takes more and more damage, little blood spatters start to pop up on the token. That's why his face looks like it the way that it does. He's got a bunch of blood on him.
No, I'm talking about the thing underneath the rage icon.
Yeah, I don't fully understand because bleeding's not an actual thing, but Foundry assigns a bleeding status to people who take damage after like a certain kind of damage or something. I just get more of a reminder for me that somebody's still taking like piercing bleeding damage, but I don't really mess with it too much. So.
Got it.
I don't see that icon.
Do you see the little status icon upper left corner that looks like droplets?
On Basil?
It's underneath his rage icon. Yeah.
Oh, I don't see another icon. Oh wait. Isn't that just part of the damage thingy?
I think it is. It's just because it basically a status of like bleeding. Essentially is what it is. Yeah, it's. I don't really understand it. I don't really mess with it. But okay, that's gonna be his turn. Talina, you are up. It's gonna be Fire's turn next, and then Othwin.
Do I stabby a bitch? I think I'm a stabby a bitch.
Do I stab you a bitch? I know, David. I'm sorry.
I do enjoy the fact that they basically had a whole another squad of reinforcements that just
got decimated. Yeah. Okay, so unfortunately your rapier did miss. So you stab at him and he kind of just he parries it and it ricochets off his well, not ricochets, but it slides off his sword.
I'm just gonna grin.
Okay.
Just like stare him down in a grin, and not even acknowledge the fact that Doggo was nibbling on my toes.
I'm getting called out in chat right now. Jeez.
For killing the dog? Good.
No, just in general. No, I forgot.
I do love how I get no like for doing that thing, yeah, by the way. You're getting shitter, I'm totally fine.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to fix Fox's name from Ice Dragon to Fox, and they're calling me out on it in chat. And instead of I was focusing on building.
Wow.
I'm
getting that, okay.
All right, so Talina's done. All right, so now it's going to be Fire's turn. Yeah, I think at this point he's just going to make another attack. I think this time he's going to I think he's going to go for Yeah, I think he's going to go for
the one that just got up to his side and startled him.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is going to be. Exactly that is somebody's now in his space and he's panicking and just resorting to being a doggo. But unfortunately, he failed. You were able to take care of it and keep him off you. He will bork at you. Okay.
Which you? Sorry, I was not paying 100% attention.
All right. It was Basil. You're good.
Okay.
All right. So it's Othwin's turn. She heard the whimper, so she's gonna scurry past Grigor and see Dax with the injured Scorch. She is going to attempt to use Spare the Dying. Actually, she's not going to attempt it. She's actually going to use it. And so she's going to use that. And it is a cantrip, so it doesn't cost her anything. She's going to go and use that. And Scorch, while at 0 hit points, is now stable. And Dax, you feel his chest start to move a little bit. And he is having labored breathing, but he is no longer motionless. He is actually breathing. And that's going to be her turn. All right, Basil, you're up. Dax, you're on deck.
Sorry, just had to make a comment in Twitch chat. Anyways.
In Twitch chat? Did you make a comment? I only see Fox as the last one.
I just sent it.
Oh, okay.
Chat might be delayed.
Oh, my chat might be there, yeah.
No?
Fox. I don't see it on my
I don't see it either.
Yeah.
I just sent it. What the hell? Anyways,
right
whatever. We're moving.
Are you in the right Twitch chat?
Yeah, no.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, it did say message failed to send.
It's delayed?
Weird. I don't know why. No, it said message failed to send. It's
I was going to
fine.
say, it's usually not that delayed.
Anywho's it.
Yep.
Sergeant, turn to ice, please.
Ooh, you going for him now?
I've had this guy in my sights this entire time. Thank you.
That hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I've been forgetting to do the ice effect damage. Is that the plus 2d4?
No, it's the same. You basically roll 3d4 plus 3, I think, and it includes the the cold damage and the piercing damage.
Got it.
It's only really important if someone is resistant or vulnerable to a specific damage type, and then you want to be more specific with which one's doing which.
Oh, I meant to do that. I'll just do 2 more
That's yeah. Well,
2
plus
more
5.
D4s.
Whoa! Why'd you add a 5? Yeah, you're supposed to add 3.
That's what we've been.
No, 5 is to hit. It's D20 plus 5 to hit. It's well for
Ignore
Dax
that.
anyways. For you, it's 6 because of your situation. But
My brain is still scrambled because we don't have the everything set up correctly. Oh, there we go. That's the one I wanted. 1d4 plus 2 plus 4 to hit. Damage?
That's for hitting. For damage, it's
oh, there we go.
It's 3d4 plus 3, which if you just roll damage, it'll do it.
I'm rolling damage.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
That's what it does when I roll damage.
Rolls. How do you want to do this? That's exactly the amount of hit points he had left.
Oh my freaking
Like literally
gosh.
to the nail.
Okay.
Same thing with the last guy.
I really don't have much. Basil's just stone-faced and cold this entire moment and basically ensures that the guy can see him.
Mm-hmm.
And after that upward slash that did damage, since his guard is still upward, right up under the sternum, dead-eye gaze into the face.
Yeah, you feel it slip under his whatever armor he may have been wearing, leather plate. You're not sure. It's under some clothes, but you feel it go under it and you feel it make contact, and and he looks over at you and spits blood out. Just, well, I tried. And then as the words leave him, he turns into ice, and he goes into an ice block.
And with that, I can't take a bonus action or anything of the sort to try to calm down fire, can I? Since he still seems to be very aggressive.
If you want to use your bonus action basically as like to try to like, what are you just trying to talk to him, or
basically, since I'm still in rage, and I'll still use the fact it's in rage, it's just going to be the very stand tall, almost alpha of the pack style thing for, dog dynamics. Basically just glaring right at him in the "you will listen to me" fashion.
You just stare at him, you don't actually talk to him?
It's basically a stare and then a very firm sit.
Ooh, okay. Roll me an animal handling check.
Dice, don't fail me now.
Okay. All right. Well, that's gonna be your turn. Daxori, you're up. Grigor's gonna be the next player up on deck. So you did just watch Othwin flutter up, lay hands on Scorch. Magic left her little feathered fingers, went over, faded into Scorch's body, and you see him start breathing again. He's still kind of motionless on the floor, and he's still not looking good, but he's clearly stable.
Would she be able to tell that she would just see that there's probably no one else around at the moment, right?
Who Dax would be able to tell, or I'm confused?
Yeah, Dax. Would Dax be able to?
I'll say this: you notice that you don't see any other immediate targets. You look up and you have a straight shot. You can see Fire, as you called him, engaged in a scuffle essentially with Talina and Basil. But beyond that, I will say, without making you roll for it, that you and Othwin would both hear what sounds like footsteps above you on the second floor. Heavy ones, possibly coming this direction. You're not sure. They're upstairs.
Dax is going to carefully pick up Scorch.
Okay.
That's a strength check, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. Actually, I would make you roll for this because it's a full-size dog, and you're not one of a lot of strength to begin with. So yeah, go ahead and roll me a strength check on that.
Ugh. 17.
17? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, you 100% are able to pick him up, and are you just kind of carrying him in your arms? Are you slugging him over your shoulder? What you doing?
Carrying him in his arms gently.
Okay, so you're carrying him in the arms gently, and you kind of struggle, but I mean, it's a full-size dog, but you're not focused on your own situation right now. You're more emotionally consumed with the loss of your newfound friend, and it doesn't faze you. You're able to hold him, and he's got matted fur from the water of the melting ice and the blood, and he doesn't smell all that great, but you're holding him.
I mean, Dax has smelled worse things, so.
Okay. That's fair.
She's going to carry George into the room with everyone else.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and walk that way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Othman doesn't stop you. I'll take care of Torch. Oh, Scorch, not Torch. That'd be weird.
Torch? Yeah, take care of Torch.
Well, you won't be able to use your full speed because you're carrying something. You have half speed. So you won't be able to move all the way. So you'd be there, so 15. Right there, yeah.
Right here, at the door.
I'm going to put Scorch there so I don't keep losing him. Layers be a real annoying thing. Okay. So is that your turn?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Scorch does not get a turn because he is incapacitated. Grigor, it is your turn.
I'm going to continue to stay put, but hold an action to close the door once everyone's inside.
I'm sorry, say that. Apologies, I was multitasking. Can you say that again for me?
I'm going to hold an action to close the door.
Okay.
Once Daxori and Othwin get inside.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So you're holding your action for the door. Now it's Alexander's turn. Alexander, you're up. Selena, you're up next.
Do I hear anything big bad from the back or not really?
From where you're standing, you do not see any immediate threats. You do see a what appears to be like some sort of a shadow or something kind of moving right about here, but you can't make out any details from your angle. And you don't have any threats in the room that you're in. From where you're standing, you do see the dog still kind of brawling with Basil, but that's about all you can see.
I shall slowly and carefully proceed forwards.
Okay. As you continue to proceed forwards, you can see
fuck.
What appears.
I'm gonna need help. Wait, never mind.
No, as you enter the room, you can see the shoulder of what appears to be a goblin sort of individual that's crouched down behind a counter. You can't fully see them. You basically see the side of them, but it looks like a goblin of some kind is hiding behind a counter in there as you step into the room. And as you step in, your suspicions are confirmed. It's some sort of large kitchen. You can see a large fire roaring in the corner, an empty table from what you can presume the guys that just ran in were probably eating at. Yeah.
Does the goblin thing look like a threat?
I mean, it's cowering behind a corner, and you can kind of see it shaking from this distance. So I'd say from your perspective, probably not.
Has it looked at me at any point?
I'd say once or twice you catch it peek over the top of the counter in your direction, and then quickly dart back down.
All right. Is there anything? Yeah, okay, so I've done 1, 2, 3. I have 3 left. Boink. Boink. Don't care about the goblin. Boink.
Okay, and you open the door and find yourself back in the main foyer room that you were in earlier.
I'll step in here, and that is my turn.
Okay. All right, so
full circle.
You are up with Othwin is going to be up next. After the dog.
Hey, dear DM, could you do me a favor and
Uh-huh.
move Scorch's token to somewhere within my line of sight?
Yes, because it is.
So I can target him.
Yeah, because it's. I'm gonna put it here.
Oh,
that's
I
Dax.
still
Hold
haven't
on.
targeted. Good.
Hold on.
That's fine.
I'm gonna put him there, but technically he's in Dax's arms, which you would be able to see. What did you catch? Oh, healing word. Okay. Okay. So, Daxori, as you're holding the doggo and you're walking into the foyer, the threshold of the room here, Talina from across the room, you wave your hand and you mutter under your breath the correct words, and all of a sudden this bluish greenish glow kind of swirls around the dog, and you watch as his eyes start to flutter, and he kind of looks over at you, Dax, like from your arms, and he is awake.
Dax smiles and nuzzles her face into his fur.
And he licks you a couple of times, not nearly as aggressively as before, but he does in fact lick you. Anything else you want to do in your turn, Talina, with your very successful healing?
Yes. So that was a bonus action. I'm gonna blade
nice.
ward just in case Doggo is not listening.
Okay.
By the way, is it possible that the zone of truth is now expired?
It has 1,000% expired.
Yes, 100%. Thank you. Actually, I forgot that's what that was. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. And actually, I'm also going to remove this spinning chain thing over here. He's dead, so we don't need to have that. There we go. Okay. So, Talina, you that's your bonus action, your action. Do you want to move at all?
I'm gonna step around Dog. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Step around Doggo. And that's it. Let's see what it does.
Okay. All right. So it's gonna be Doggo's turn. You rolled a 10, if I recall correctly, on the animal handling check.
Correct.
Okay. He unfortunately doesn't listen to you, and but sees Talina moving and actually moves and kind of tries to take a snap at Talina. Oops, I don't want to open Talina's sheet. I want to open his sheet.
Yeah, bite me. Wait, no, not literally.
Point of inspiration if you don't already have it. That was good. All right, he does in fact strike you, and he's going to do a whopping... Wow, I mean, I keep rolling 6s tonight. But because of your Blade Ward, you only take 3 points of damage. I'm glad it automatically took care of that. I love that. Does Blade Ward go away after a single strike, or does it stay up for your full...
It's one turn.
One turn, okay, cool. So yeah, so he takes a bite at you. I will say, because of the Blade Ward, I'm not going to make you roll the strength saving throw, because that helped reduce some of the damage, and it kind of sends fire off of you a bit, and he kind of backs up a little bit and barks at you a couple, and then now barks at Basil.
Oh, I see the bloody thing now. That's weird.
Yeah. So that's gonna be and actually, you know what? With that, he's actually gonna back up. He's starting to get scared. He's gonna back towards the open door, away from you guys. If you guys want, you do both have an attack of opportunity against him if you wish.
Yeah, I'm a poke Doggo.
You're gonna okay.
That Doggo bit me.
Okay. Oh,
Never mind.
Okay. I'm gonna. Well, that's a nat 1. I gotta respect it. Okay, so you go to stab him, and do you poke at him, like stab at him, or you swing at him?
It's a rapier. It's poke. It's always poke.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you go to poke, and you actually kind of lose your balance a little bit, and you actually stick the floor for a second, and you have to kind of unstick it. But for this exact second, your blade is stuck in the floor.
Yep, that stays there.
Yep. It's not permanent. Like, obviously, it's not gonna be there forever, but it is. You have to try to pry it out of the wood. All right. And then Basil, if you want, you get an attack of opportunity against the Mastiff as well.
I'm gonna let Doggo go do Doggo things.
You're gonna leave him alone? Okay.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So that's gonna be Othwin's turn now. She is going to follow. And actually, you can hold an action. Can you, Tyro? Can you hold movement?
You can technically delay your entire turn, but you'd permanently lower your initiative.
Yeah. Basically, what I want Othwin to do here is I want her to wait until Dax finishes, because it's one more turn basically, until Dax finishes walking into the room, and then she'll just follow behind so that Grigor can close the door, because Grigor's already holding the door. So essentially, that's what Othwin.
Technically, she can go up front.
Yeah, you know, actually, we'll just say that she's just gonna move past everybody, and she's gonna zip into the room real quick, because she can just scurry underneath everybody's legs. So she's just gonna move in. She is going to. Where is it?
Yes.
Okay. She is going to use her prayer of healing. Wait. No, is that it? Hold on a second. I'm not super familiar with these. No, that's one creature. Where is it? I guess it is prayer of healing, but it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah, it's a ritual spell.
Yeah.
Prayer of healing, not a combat heal.
No, it's not a combat heal. All right. In that case, I think she's just gonna move in and wait for now. So Basil, you're up with Daxori up next. Excuse me. No, Fox, you have you have Prayer of Healing, which is a ritual spell, but it takes 10 minutes to cast it, and it targets 6 creatures you can see.
Yeah, no, Mass Cure Wounds would be what you're thinking of, and I'm pretty sure that's a 3rd or 4th level spell.
I think so, yeah. I think isn't there also like something like Mass Healing Word or something like that?
Yep, Mass Healing Word's also a thing.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a 3rd level or not. Probably is, but
that one is 3rd, yeah.
Yeah, because Healing Word is 1st level, so I assume that it's a 3rd level.
Yeah, Mass Cure Wounds is 5th.
Yeah. What's Basil doing? Well, Melon's muted, so I'm not sure what Basil's doing.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was muted. Does Basil seem desperate enough to try what this potion does?
I don't know.
Do it, no balls.
Do it.
You know what? Basil's gonna consume the mystery potion.
Wait, that's one that I have.
Okay, so you're gonna consume the mystery potion?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and use it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to load my notes here. My program wasn't already loaded correctly.
I don't know how I would. Do I have to equip it and then utilize it?
Hang on. All right, it's already. I just equipped it for you, so you should be able to just use it.
Where?
If it doesn't
the
let
heck?
you.
Yeah.
If it doesn't let you, because it is a custom item, so it may not let you. If that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and then
it's not
okay.
letting me do anything.
Okay. So, I'm going to mark it as identified for you because you are drinking it, and so you're going to be able to know the effects of it.
Okay.
So you should be able to now see.
Oh yeah, it has no activities or effects if it's not identified.
Yep.
I have the same potion.
So, did you see the description? Can you
It's not of healing.
Nope, it is not of healing. I'm not going to tell anybody else what it is, but you can see what it does. Yeah.
Well. Oh, well.
So, yeah, so you guys watch as Basil goes, all right, here we go, and knocks back this rose-colored liquid from the potion, and you watch as these pink swirls kind of go around him and then dissipate, and you guys don't witness any immediate effect. I'm going to mark this.
I'm going to say that rage will dissipate.
Oh, I would agree with this, even though it would be dropping here soon anyways. Yeah, I think so. Look at you, role player.
Yeah,
yep.
Always.
Always, love it. Yep, okay.
Rage would 100% dissipate from that, though.
100%, absolutely. Okay. So with that, that was your action to consume. Actually, I do allow potions as bonus actions depending on the circumstances, so you can still do something else if you want.
Basil is just going to approach the rest of the party and be like, I am hurt very badly. And just request heals, and he'll just be right here.
And that was to
just to whoever would say it. Just in general, he's just gonna be over here, kind of actually clutching some of his wounds now and looking. This is the first time Basil's actually looked out of shape from the battle.
Othwin taps you with her little feather, like on your leg, like comfortingly.
Yay.
Okay, so that's your turn. Dax, you are up with Scorch is actually up next. Grigor on deck.
Dax is just gonna finish stepping in.
Okay. That was weird. Okay. All right, so with that, Grigor, your action from previous rounds would automatically trigger, and the door would close. Let me get rid of this.
I'm just gonna end my turn.
Okay. All right, door is closed. And these doors over here are gone. They're obliterated from the shatter spell, unfortunately. So can't close those ones. All right, so it's gonna be Scorch's turn. Are you still holding Scorch? Or would you put him down once he came to?
Nope, still holding him.
Still holding him? Okay, so I'm gonna put him here. He's technically in your arms, and he's not gonna resist. He's a little wiggly, but he's still pretty worn out, so he's gonna stay put. So Grigor, you are up with Alexander on deck. As of right now, you only have one essential enemy in this bad room, and that's the other Mastiff Fire, who looks like he's kind of backing away from you all at this point.
I inspect the door for a latch or a lock of some kind.
It has a keyhole on it.
Wait, are you talking about the door that we've already come through?
This one here, yeah, it had a keyhole, but there's no Sorry, it has a keyhole in it, but there's no key in the keyhole. Sorry, I should have been more specific. If you want to try to use your thieves' tools to try to reverse lock the door, you could absolutely try to do that, and your action could be trying to lock it.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Okay, roll me a thieves' tools check. Okay, yeah, you even with the pressure of everything going on, it's starting to die down a little bit, and you can easily get the door locked. So you are able to relock the door.
And that I end my turn.
Okie dokie, so that's your turn. So Alexander, you are up. Talina is up next. You are actually down in... That's right, you're down here. I forgot about that. I was like, where is Alexander? So it looks like you moved into the foyer. What else is Alexander doing? And I'll say this, Alexander, where you're at, you watched the door shut, by the way, from with your dark vision. You watched it shut, and then you heard it lock. And you do hear footsteps above you on the second floor.
Oh.
Yeah, out here in the room, you can hear.
Wait, okay. When did I watch it lock and shut exactly?
When you started
Because
your
for
turn,
most of the time I was standing. Most of the time I was standing there. Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, you wouldn't have seen it then. You would have heard it because I forgot that you had started your turn back in the kitchen, so you would have heard the door, and then you would have walked around and seen it shut now.
Oh, then let me backtrack because then I wouldn't know what was it.
That's fine.
If I heard the lock.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense.
So by here, and then here you say I hear footsteps on the stairs
above you, and it sounds like they're walking towards the staircase. So it could be presumed that maybe somebody is getting ready to come downstairs. I mean, you guys are making a bunch of noise.
One, two.
Okay.
Ooh, anything funny? What is this? Is this a candle?
There's a candle. Yeah, this was one of the rooms that some of you guys looked in earlier.
There's no longer a candle.
Oh, you want to snuff it out? Okay. All right, candle's out.
Is this a window?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm getting some weird vision there.
Yeah. You're basically starting to see out of the window a little bit from where you're standing.
Okay.
And you can see moonlight slightly drifting in from outside, as well as looks like some sort of flickering torchlight from outside the window.
Well, I heard footsteps, so... Oh, apparently I can't move into this square because there's a wall in the way, but I want to move there and then return.
Yeah, you want to... There's like a little planter there, but I can basically... I can move you where you're kind of like next to the planter. It's a small planter, so there you go.
Yeah.
I got a little... I'm still learning how to work with walls, so I got a little crazy.
Yeah, we shall wait here then.
Okay, so Talina is going to be your turn. And Fire is up next, and then Othwin's after that. Move this here.
Oh, doggo walking away.
He's backing up. He's still looking at you guys, but he's backing up towards the open door.
Oh, I'm doing a quick 360 head count, noticing we're down one. As I see Gregor locking the door, so guess we going the other way then, huh? March?
Yeah, you can go through that because the Scorch is in her arms, so.
He's needing a wall. Go away. Don't care. Let me go there. 20 feet. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, and you see the same thing that Alexander saw earlier. You can start to make out what appears to be some sort of a kitchen on the far side.
Wait, hold up. There's a door there. I did not know there was a door here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not where she went, so it's fine. Excuse me, sir. You're in my face.
There you go.
Thank you. There's nothing on my left. Is that correct? Is that a wall?
I mean, there's a wall
I see
there,
a heart cut off shadow, like through half my token.
Yeah, it's just because of the way the walls worked out.
Fair enough.
With the grid.
Do I?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
Blade ward is turned off. Heck it, we dashing.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you are now in the kitchen, and as you kind of move into the kitchen with a little bit of haste, you notice that you can see the shoulder, and actually with your height, you can kind of make out the head of some sort of goblin-like individual that's ducked behind and hiding behind a large stone table over in the corner. And every so often, you see it kind of peek over the stone and then duck back down.
Do I recognize this as the kobold chef that we spoke to earlier?
No, this is very clearly a goblin, not a kobold. I mean, from where you're at, you can very tell that it's a different individual.
Mm-hmm. So it's 30 and then 10 from the dash, 20 from the dash. I'm gonna stand there and see what the goblin does.
Oh, my camera's not following you for some reason. There we go. Okay. As you do this, the goblin tries to shrink back further against, trying to basically hide as much as it can. So it kind of shrinks back into this corner, tucked behind the stone table and the wall. And you can clearly see part of it from where you're at, but he's trying to make himself as tiny as he can.
Yeah, and I'm running in like looking for things. I'm not like to him it would look more like that I'm searching for something rather than being aggressive towards anything.
Gotcha. Okay. And I'll say, like, with a brief scan without having to roll or anything, it's a kitchen, and so far out of all the rooms you've seen, this is probably the least unlived in room. Like, this one looks like there's been a little more life in this room as of late. There's less cobwebs, there's less dust, so it looks like they've been preparing some of their food in here, and you can actually see a pot that's brewing over on or stewing, whatever you want to say, over on the fire, and you can kind of hear it bubbling occasionally.
Yeah, no, I was looking for bodies, either friendly or hostile.
Yeah, as of right now, there's no other people in here.
Well, the gobbo.
Yeah, it's like besides the gobbo, yeah.
Anyway, that's my dash.
Okie dokie. So it is now Fire's turn. He is going to keep barking, and he's going to actually he's going to back away. But unfortunately, he hits a locked door. And you hear him kind of bump up against it, and he just kind of is cowering in this corner now. And that's all he's going to be able to do. It's going to be his turn. It's going to be Othwin's turn. Othwin's kind of in a rough spot here. Yeah, she is not able to do a whole lot right now. The only thing she's able to do is, Basil, she looks at you, looks at all your cut clothing from all of the slashes and stuff, and she casts Mending, which takes her a minute to cast, but she starts waving her she like puts her head down a little bit and kind of waves her hands back and forth, and you notice that she's slowly casting something, and you watch as your clothes start to sew themselves back up.
Basil may not feel better, but he'll lean down to Little Bird and give a pat on the head. Thank you.
And you hear kind of as she continues to cast Mending on your on your clothing, and that's gonna be her turn.
Mending is a 10-turn spell?
Yeah, it's a 1 minute cast time, which for right now is fine, just only because we're kind of
Mending is an out of combat utility spell.
Yeah, for sure. We're at a point in the situation here where a minute will become fine. But yeah.
You did cast it 3 times though for some reason.
I only clicked it once.
I'm seeing it thrice.
Whoa, that's weird.
I mean, it's a cantrip, so it doesn't use any.
Yeah, no, that's
spell slots. That's fine.
Weird. Okay, anyways, that's her turn. So it's gonna be Basil. Technically, it's your turn.
Gonna be waiting for. Well, actually,
this is the bottom of the round, so I'm gonna say that after your turn, we're gonna move out of initiative order. I do need to check one thing. Go ahead and do your turn.
I was gonna say if since Athwin is repairing Basil's clothing, he'll offer to keep her on his shoulder so she can keep doing the spell.
Okay.
And walk around.
Yeah, sure, that'll work. Yeah, she would kind of let you kind of pick her up and put her on your shoulder.
Cool. I'll also kind of let her ratatouille me so I can actually see where I'm going.
On your head, even better.
Yeah, so she'll basically have control of where Basil walks if the group is walking away, because I know this room is freaking dark and Basil is blind.
Are you using the burb as night vision right now?
Maybe.
That's what it sounds like. That's amazing. Okay, yeah, the burb is not
Basil
night vision.
still can't see.
Yeah.
But Burb can see and can direct Basil where to go.
Sounds good. Okay. Anything else you want to do on your turn? Because after this, we'll go ahead and drop out of initiative order.
Yeah.
And we'll just kind of move into roleplay.
We'll just go ahead and do that. I'm gonna end it.
Okay.
And that's good.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna technically end combat. You do still have the other dog, but it's backed away from you, and it's clearly trying to be more. It's trying to get out away from you guys. I'm gonna leave the initiative order up for right now in case something changes, but we're not gonna be in combat. If I end combat, it'll remove everybody from initiative order, won't it? It will. Doggone it. All right, never mind. I'm ending combat. We'll re-roll if we need to. Okay. All right. So now that combat has ended, Fire has kind of tucked himself back off into that sunroom Talina found earlier and is no longer visible to any of you. Talina has kind of disappeared off in the direction of where Alexander also disappeared to, and the two of them are nowhere to be seen by the entire group that it remains. Scorch is kind of woken up a little bit. He's a little more lively, but he's still kind of letting Dax hold him. And Othwin is perched up on top of Basil's head, kind of more or less guiding him. And we're going to take a quick break right here. It's a good spot to take a break. Go to the bathroom, get something to drink, get something to eat. I'm going to grab a snack because I'm starving. And then we'll be right back and pick this back up.
Snack out. I should probably eat something.
Yep, go get food. Everybody get food.
Has had chips and salsa this entire time.
I had some licorice, but I also just remembered that due to how I slept today, I've not had anything except for dinner, which was a burger, so my last 24 hours of nutritional value is low. And it is getting to be about breakfast time. But yeah, not me wasting one of my last spell slots. Not wasting, but not me spending one of my last spell slots on the dog instead of the party.
Valid choice.
The dog was on the lowest hit points. I don't know what to tell you. Had I realized Doggo was dead and in range, I would have cast it the turn before, but it's fine. Also, I'm curious who in chat read my message at the beat.
What message?
The last one in Twitch.
Oh.
I know it's more of a dog licking emote, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm tired.
Ah, that makes two of us.
It's been a long week at work. How much longer are we planning on going, do you know?
Mm-hmm. I don't have more than like maybe an hour in me anyway. I don't know if it was on stream or pre-stream that we were talking about a group name, but if many of you are switching characters out, I don't think we should come up with a group name until after. Wait, I thought I was working Sunday, but that's next week. Oh, that makes my weekend plan so much better. Yeah, man.
All right, I have returned. Is everybody else back?
I have a sandwich, and the realization that apparently I don't work this weekend, it's next weekend.
Nice.
Who's back, Neon?
I'm back.
Just that you know, me and Tie Rope are getting tired.
Okay. Do you guys need to call it? I guess it is 10 o'clock, which makes it 11 o'clock your time, and Lord only knows what time it is for Tie Rope.
I say now that we've entered the more roleplay part of everything and finished the combat, I'd say it's a good place to stop.
I'm good with that.
That way Dragon doesn't miss out on any of the actual RP.
I agree.
Also, valid point.
I'm sure she'll love ratatouilleing Basil.
Fox is still blank burrito in chat, so.
Group name Chaos 7. There you go. Yeah.
Is that 6? Am I? Yeah.
There's 6 of you plus
dog.
And
yeah,
technically you also have Spitwick downstairs.
No, I completely forgot about Spitwick.
Spitwick works for Cassivus, though.
To be fair, we know that this is one of the first NPCs I've made, so he's a little rough around the edges. But
I completely forgot he existed.
Nice.
Wow. I'm sure he forgot that we existed too.
To be fair, evidently, you don't need to make a good NPC. Because look at the dogs. They're just dogs.
Yeah, apparently all I need to do is put dogs
succeeding.
in front of you. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll
Or
call
like
it.
put dogs in front of me.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we'll go ahead and call this here then. And yeah, we'll pick this up next time. Probably, I would assume, probably in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm also good. I'm not sure how everyone else is looking, but I'm good for next week too. I have next Friday off.
Ooh.
Oh,
let me see about my. I don't have a work schedule for next week, so we'll have to determine that at a later time.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Cause I don't think I have any problems next week if we want to do that. So.
Next week's Good Friday though.
It is. I don't know if I'm working that day, so I don't have anything going on except for work. So.
I am hypothetically good.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys everybody for hanging out and watching. That was a fun session. That was really good. You guys, that combat was great. We were moving fast. Things were happening. It was wonderful. I loved it.
Everybody's a hurt unit, but it's fine.
Yep. And we killed the dog and then revived the dog, so that's a thing. Also, for the record, I'll say this now. The reason Othwin rushed to heal the dog is because I was being threatened in my DMs that if I didn't, Fox was gonna do things to me. So yeah. So that was like I was already like, oh, that's right, the cleric will go take care of the doggo. But like, if that didn't happen immediately, I was gonna be in trouble. So
good.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody. That was a lot of fun, and this will be up on YouTube hopefully this weekend. You guys want to raid somebody? Pick Your Poison Productions. I think we can do that.
Yeah, it's a session 1 of what looks to be an in-person D&D in some sort of pub setting.
Ooh, okay.
That looks interesting, and they started 3 minutes ago.
Perfect. All right, so Pick Your Poison Productions. I'm sending you guys over there. Another D&D game. So hopefully you guys can go and enjoy some more D&D this evening. And we will see you guys in the next one. Yeah, thank you guys very much. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.